Euphigenia Doubtfire, dear. I specialize in the education and entertainment of 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 entertainment. Candy and the sun. Could you make me a woman? Showtime. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run daggers for you, daggers for you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Go pump, pump, pump some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy. Dinner, dinner, dinner. Such a shun. It tastes good. Such a shun. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Surprise. Hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop. Bop, bop, bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Just a little bit of nicotine. The sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar now. A little bit of nicotine. Doesn't mean that they don't love you.
Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run daggers for you. When I'm in charge, daggers for you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Go pump, pump, pump some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Such a shun, such a shun. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop. Bop, bop, bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Bum, 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 bum. Just a little bit of nicotine. The sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar now. A little bit of nicotine. Dinner, dinner, dinner. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. Entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment. When I'm in charge. Entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment of entertainment. Don't fuss with me. It tastes good. Dinner, dinner, dinner. It tastes good. Bum, 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 bum. Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. Birthday pad. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Such a shun, such a shun. I'm in charge. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Should've never had a birthday pad. Birthday pad. Yeah. Hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop. Bop, bop, bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Candy in the sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Dinner, dinner, dinner. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar now. A little bit of nicotine. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. Well, that's all for That's right. I figured that would be a very lovely to have. It's the only, it's the only thing I have Scottish wise right there. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another DaraChat. That's right, playing a little bit messed out fire, which actually is the name of the song title, Doubtfire by Pogo. So hope you all enjoyed that one. That's probably one of Robin Williams' most gem of what he's done. So there you go. But again, it's my name is Daramouthe or Dara for short. Because some of you people, all right, some people out there don't know how to say a word right. It's like taking you back to kindergarten. It's like, okay, A is for apple, B is for ball, and you do not say Daramouthe, it's Daramouthe, all right? Before I slap your faces off, okay? That's what's gonna happen. Oh goodness.
D for
Anyway.
Daramouthe.
D for about. I'm not gonna say it. But anyway, how are you, Anvilight, good sir? Nice to see you again. Obviously.
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, doing well. You know, it's actually still nice outside. The sun is still up, so I'm using natural light. This is natural light. No lamps, no nothing. I've got the natural sunlight coming in, and it's still a bit warm.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I've got a singular lamp that's providing all the lighting tonight. One singular lamp, a laptop, the
and then
laptop web camera, and the built-in webcam microphone. So
the
we're
light bar. Yeah.
that's it, man. No fancy gear tonight, unfortunately.
Well, you never have to have fancy gear for this stuff. Like I don't even have fancy gear. Like I mean, I know some of it costs maybe a little over $100, but fancy is like $1,500. Okay, some people buy that kind of stuff out there, and it ain't cheap by any measure.
For
Any
sure,
measure.
for sure,
Uh,
man.
but
Yeah,
no,
you see some of those setups on Rumble, and it's like, whoa, the
yeah,
amazing setups. And
yeah.
then people like us, we're just pissing with what we've got, man.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I'll
Yeah,
gladly take that. You at a certain point, you gotta like it was I don't know if it was with NGM yesterday, but at a certain point, you kind of have to be content with what you have because otherwise, you play keeping up with the Joneses, and
for sure,
it's a never-winning battle at that point. Like, goodness sake. So even some of the well, and the thing of it too is like even if you buy one of those big mics, like something goes wrong with it, you have to either replace it or hopefully you hope you have a warranty on it. But if you don't have a
yeah.
warranty, you have to replace it. So would you rather replace something that's $1,500 or would you rather replace something that's maybe 250?
Yeah, well, yeah. Back in the day, man, when I used to tour with sound, like sound engineering,
Mhm.
you had to be very careful with microphones when you're on the road because if you break something like that, man, you're kind of screwed.
Oh
And
yeah.
obviously, it's a big purchase, and some of
Mhm.
these microphones are pretty incredible, but they're an incredible price as well. So you're
Oh
getting what you
yeah.
pay for.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I've seen some of those. I was looking at Amazon a while back, and some of them are right. Some of them are a couple $100, but then I was starting to see like 1,500, 1,200. Like, no, not
yeah.
gonna happen.
Well, for your stream, you mean for streaming?
No, just it was looking up a mic. Sorry, it was
Oh,
looking
sure.
up a mic, and some of the mics they were like a couple $100. But the one then I saw like these ones that like oh, I can't remember the name, but they were like sort of the mics you would use like at singing stuff, but they had them like
Yep.
you'd use it for streaming and stuff. And they were 1,200, 1,500. I was like, no, I don't have that kind of money. I don't need that.
Yeah, it's not required anyway, man. There's a lot of people that buy microphones just now for the look. Like people go for the SM7B all the time
Mm,
because they've seen Joe Rogan use it, and like every streamer's got an SM7B now, and it's like you're paying for the looks. You can
yeah.
get the same level quality audio, with a much cheaper microphone. Just knowing how to use the thing, and how to set it up and stuff.
It,
Yeah,
that requires not putting it in your mouth and trying to eat it. That's a big.
it's like maybe the number one rule, man. Yeah, number one.
Can you just back away from the microphone? I can hear. Like, it's just.
Or when they've got headset microphones and like the capsules right inside their mouth, and it's like Jesus Christ, calm it down, man, calm it down. It just sounds like it's farting at you all the time.
They should next thing they know should just put a mic like right here, just like put a little thing, and
Well,
then just
the military use microphones that are throat microphones, like
oh,
their comms. I
mm,
don't know about all military, but military do have throat comms, so it's
mm,
actually picking up from the vibration of your throat. And
mm.
one of the Call of Duty special editions actually gave you one of those where it was like a throat comm microphone. Sounded like ass, but uh, sometimes it's a bit better than having the microphone directly in your throat.
You sound like a robot. I'm here to talk
That's,
about the
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's like when you get those like people that have had throat cancer or something. They've got those like communications where it just like
Yeah.
maybe a bit morbid, but yeah.
Can you take your thing away from the microphone? I can. This is my voice.
Sound like Patty and Selma from The Simpsons.
Oh goodness sake! Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen The Simpsons in a long time, but yeah, some of the stuff people get is I just don't understand because I'm like I get it. You want to have the best sound and the best quality, but I'm like you do realize that almost every content creator is aiming for that spot. So what are you really buying at that point?
That's it, man. Like I said, I think people are buying it for the looks now. Like they think they must have that microphone or they must have that thing or they're not legitimate.
Yeah.
and it's just not the case, man. Like, see on my main setup, like my microphone is a piece of shit Amazon 30 pound thing, and
Mm,
it's just obviously I've got the knowledge background on how to set the thing up, but
right.
anybody can make that microphone sound like how it sounds, man. But
Mm,
there's an old adage of you put shite in, you get shite out, and it's
mm,
like, that's always going to be the case. You can have an incredible microphone, but if it's set up incorrectly, it's still going to sound like a $20 microphone.
mm.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can make
Gotta use
a
what works, man. You don't
yeah.
have to have expensive gear to be a streamer. You don't have to have like all these fancy things to be a streamer. Dude, I'll be honest with you, man. Like I've been nervous just having this laptop microphone camera
Mm,
because of it's just how I am, man. Like you need to have like certain things, but like
mm,
now talking about it, I actually don't give a shit. You said it sounded good. We did a little sound check before
yeah.
just to test if there's going to be like doubling or anything like that. There
Yeah.
wasn't, so like I'm fine with that, man. I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
See how much all the facade rolls away. We're like, wait a second, this is a piece of technology and it works. Oh
That's it.
my gosh.
You know, I know, man. Exactly, exactly. No green screen, no nothing. It's just raw, raw.
All day, all the time. That's right. Raw and
That's it.
real. That's how we do
Correct, man.
it.
Correct. I'm gonna change the layout of my screen though, so I can see the chat as well. Because I've got, like I said, I've got the CCTV on one side, but now I can see the chat as well. So I don't want to be ignorant to anybody in the chat.
Oh,
Now I
no,
can
no,
see.
they love it when you ignore them like crazy. They just get all uppity when you just like, "Oh my gosh, he's been paying attention to us." I'm like, "Well, you you kids aren't speaking loud enough." But
As I now see NGM's comment about last night when he was holding his microphone.
uh,
I thought it was rock and roll as hell, man. I thought it was bitching.
well, at a certain point, I thought he was gonna eat it or he was
Oh,
rubbing it the wrong way, or because people were picking up on what he was doing with his mic, so he had to quit it. He had to quit it.
that's how you bring in the paying customers. That's how you bring those people in.
I don't bring any paying customers in. I'm just here. Any paying customers come in are like, I can't remember where we were last. Was this the right place? They have the drinks. The drinks are here. I guess this is the right place.
That's it, man. That's it. That is
Oh,
it.
oh my goodness. But you haven't been able to we're not saying anything important. Hey now. Hey. NGM, you had a lot of important things to say. I just can't remember it. I'm joking. I'm joking. Speaking all night long, and then he's just like, "Oh man, no, it was fun with NGM yesterday. Glad I
For
got to
sure,
talk."
man.
But I didn't know he went by two different names, and he goes by NG Miles and then NGM Studios. I'm like, can you pick something, please, so I can know what
Is
to
that
talk?
is that to do with the Rumble's user plus channel name type situation?
I don't know which one is the channel and which one is the user. I just say NGM, and that takes care of everything. Uh,
Is the man of mystery?
Hey, well, not anymore because he saw his face, so now he's no longer a mystery. One is
Very true.
one is the channel. Yeah, yeah. Well, I wish I could bring up more, but Rumble Studio doesn't want to play nice today. But
Yeah, I
no,
noticed that the chat's not working on Studio, but
yeah.
that's weird.
Well, it's
Another problem to the list.
many of problems to list, which of course, like I said yesterday, I'll be doing over the next few days because the first part is coming out today, and then the next two pieces of the full collected feedback of August will be coming out. Over next few days, because it while I could do it, well, when I go to it on my phone, it defaults to my user. Well, there you go. See, I only have the user, so there you go. You only know the
Yeah,
user.
same. Dude, when I first started on Rumble, like when I started streaming on Rumble, I was just a user account, and then I started to panic because then I thought, well, shit, I can't make emotes. It says something, but you can make emotes, but then I haven't even made emotes anyway, so
Yeah.
all that panic for nothing. But if they could find a way to maybe sort that, that would be good because I get it though. I get what they're going for, like Rumble, like your user page is meant to be like a landing page type thing, and then you've got channels.
Mm.
But like that messes with my OCD like a motherfucker. So it does bother me. It does bother me a lot.
I'm gonna start seeing ticks. I'm like, okay, hey, come on,
That's
now,
it, man. It's
come
going to be it's going to be coming up with some Timmies or something like that from South Park.
on. You're gonna have a few hives rolling up. It's like, why is your skin turning red? Shut up, don't no, do it.
Oh, I
But
know,
yeah,
man. I know. I did appreciate your intro. That was good, Mrs. Doubtfire. Doubtfire, dear.
yeah, that's right. Well, that's because it's it's the only Scottish thing I have, and he does a pretty good Scottish accent. So there you go. I do,
Yeah, definitely,
I do all right.
definitely. I like his drunken, like when he used to be like a stand-up comedian and he had like went on these drunken rants, like or pretending he was like a drunk Scotsman
Yeah.
talking about golf and stuff like
Yep.
that. Like fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic.
I put it in the hole.
That's
Why I put it in the hole? I give you
that's it, man.
18 holes, and then you get a stroke because you want to die.
That is absolutely perfect, man. That is perfect. No, but dude, Scotland's a home of golf, right? But you should see the prices to play a round of golf in Scotland. I don't give a fuck about golf, obviously, but like you hear it's like $1,000, like it'd be like $1,000 to play at Trump's course or something like that. You know, in Aberdeen,
Uh,
$1,000 to play golf is like no, man. No, thank you. Not for me.
no.
Not for me. I'll
Well,
stick to being behind a screen.
oh, look, he hit another one. Oh, he's feeling sad for himself. Oh, that's so sad. He's breaking his golf club. Oh, it's so sad. He hurt his knee.
That's it.
Oh, karma doesn't like him today. Well, also, obviously, also there was Craig Ferguson, who was a Scotsman who came over to America to do his own show, the Late Night Show, and
Was that Craig Ferguson?
yeah, that was Craig Ferguson. Yes, and so you had that, and of course, you have the many other stuff too. Like obviously, Disney did that movie Brave, which was a
Brave.
very Scottish filled movie. I know, of course, Craig Ferguson was in it, and then you had, of course. Um,
Billy Connolly, I'm pretty sure, was in that movie.
Billy Connolly, Gerard Butler was in there.
Mm.
Um, there
Good.
was
That,
I mean,
that that guy should just stick to speaking Scottish because every single time he does like any other accent other than his own accent, it fucking sucks. Like when he's trying to be an American, it's like it's so cringy. It is cringy. Good
yeah,
actor though.
yeah, it is true. Oh, Emma Thompson, and that's right, Emma Thompson was in there as well. She was
She's
the mother.
Scottish.
Well, no, she was playing the mother. So I
Ah,
don't know
right.
if
Okay.
she's. I don't know if she is Scottish or not. I thought she was English, but I do know the daughter, Merida, is actually played by someone who's Scottish. So there's that. There's a lot
Well,
of
that's really that's ironic because I think that's the worst Scottish accent in the movie is her. So I believe her accent's worse than my accent. You know.
My mom is a bear.
That's it. It sounds like someone trying to put on like an over exaggerated Scottish accent. So in fact, sorry, it sounds like an English person trying to do a Scottish accent. They never ever get it right. It's always over exaggerated and stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
you kind of do have that. There is the obviously the non-exaggeration is there are some tendencies to hear it, but an exaggeration. I mean, obviously, again, Craig Ferguson has done it, and all this other stuff. There are exaggerations that emit in the field. Of course, you have the smoothness of Sean Connery. You have Sean Connery right there.
Sean
Um,
Connery. Yeah,
it-
yeah.
it's so smooth. It take your back
That's with a yeah.
with a shillelagh, and you wouldn't know if he was Irish or Scottish. Um,
I mean, they could have picked a worse Bond guy, like accent wise. You know,
yeah,
he's
that's
pretty.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
good
He did.
Bond, but pretty crazy accent as well. Uh,
But he was.
I have actually like I've always been kind of. What's that, man? Is it kind of
No,
cut out? Hang on.
I think you blipped a bit. You're about to say you think about something.
Yeah, like people have always asked me about my accent all the time
Mm,
because it's like I know I sound different to most Scottish people,
mm,
but outside of Scotland, people think I sound very Scottish. But here, people don't think I sound Scottish at all. But like people, like I was saying before we started, like people think I sound Canadian, or sometimes they sound American,
mm,
or like I've had it all, man. But I have looked into this, and like, well, I put it down to because I used to tour.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
one of the things, right? And number two is like I was always taught to speak very properly. Like my gran
Yeah.
and granddad, like well, my granny especially,
Mm.
like would pick me up if I spoke anything left of proper. So like most Scottish people don't actually speak proper English.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination of the two. Um,
Yeah, that's the we can understand you. Look at that. She
oh,
says we
good,
can
Racy. Good. I know we've had this conversation many times, Racy, on stream, but uh, yeah,
Anvil of
it is.
Scotland to the one oh,
We'll
there you
take
go.
Anvil. Scotland doesn't want him. Excellent. I'll book the flight, man. I'll book the flight.
He wants to be free. Just set the poor man free. It doesn't care about it all. Well,
Well, that's
and
the thing, man. It's like both our countries. I've always said that like Scotland and America are bound symbiotically with the concept of freedom, but both countries seem to not be very free right now. You know, speech
well,
laws and shit like that. You know.
well, technically, Mel Gibson did play for both, so we do have that in common, right there. We do.
Sure. That's it. That is it.
They cannot take us in our freedom.
That's it, man. That is it.
And then he goes and play the.
Good movie.
He does a.
Very inaccurate movie. You know, but it's a good movie. I did say though, like I was saying about that 400 follower stream, I was going to make it Scottish themed and wear a kilt and stuff. I was actually going to go around like Stirling Castle and Stirling Bridge,
Mm.
Wallace Monument, Falkirk. That's where I am right now. Falkirk. That's where I'm from,
Oh no.
and like show people the actual historic sites from that movie. No, like the real locations.
Mm.
But because that movie, if you're Scottish, unless you're one of these fucking brainwash people, like
Mm.
that movie sucks. It's a
Yeah.
great movie, but like accuracy is garbage. Not accurate at all.
And GM, I think that's true. Mel Gibson should free Scotland again. He should go over there. In his crazy attitudes, like, all right, we're gonna save him. We're gonna save Scotland again. All right,
And it's
everyone.
it don the blue face paint again, man. That's it. We'll need to definitely. Are you vaping under your t-shirt, bro?
No, I mute my mic so I don't burp on camera.
Ah,
But
okay. I was
I
wondering
don't
what the
vape.
vaping etiquette was on this stream. So, like,
I don't care. I've
all
had
right,
people
sweet,
vape on him
excellent.
before. I've had who was it? I've had there've been a few people. I know Cool Frog is a person who vapes. I think he doesn't vape. I think he just smokes pot. You have Hemp Hero who smokes pot. You have Smoker who does I think vaping for that. I'm trying to think. I've had a few people who've done vaping before, but really
Excellent.
not
All
my
right,
cup
no
of tea.
worries, man. Just in case I don't have to like hide off the camera or something, you know.
He's one
All
to
good.
puff. He wants to puff that magic dragon.
No, purely nicotine. Unfortunately, I need to stop these, man. Like I've been talking about stopping these for about 2 months now, even longer. But trying to stop this fucking degeneracy. But it's no, it's very hard, man. You know, it's very hard,
Are you
very hard.
are you gonna go saint like now? Is that what you're trying to do? You're gonna try
That's
to
it, man. Just completely, just none. That's it.
he's gonna put a habit on, and you'll see him like, holy hell, is that Anvilight in a nunnery? What's going
I
on?
know. Just like the white thing, you know, like the priests wear the black for with the white. That's
Yeah.
it. Full like that, man. Well, I've got the hood up, so I'm kind of halfway there to the nun status.
We have welcome Brother Anvil. Brother Anvil, welcome to the Catholic Church. How do you feel?
That's it, man. Well, I've always played a paladin in World of Warcraft, so I kind of, you know, I better start living up to that reputation, man. Yeah,
But you can't cast any magic spells. That's the point.
that's true. Hey, I'm trying my hardest, man. I'm trying. I need some holy light.
Isiva Kadavra! Ah, curses! I would
Awesome.
never, I would never try to do that. I'm gonna stop the triple decker bus with this. Ivaraka- It wouldn't work.
Yeah,
It just
that's more mage material, man. I think.
that's right. You need a big staff. You need a big staff to carry around with you, and then just say a few words. Maybe you say some Gaelic or something, and then off you go. And the people are like, what
Some Gaelic.
what just happened here? Whatever you want, just say something in tongue, and then people are just like, I don't know what the hell happened here. This guy with a stick just came up and spoke in
Yeah.
tongues.
Well,
I
a
wonder what they're.
paladin, a paladin would use like a massive hammer, man, like
Yeah.
or like like a hammer and shield. Like a mage would maybe use a stave, or like like a holy priest or something like that would maybe use
Yeah.
a stave. But if I started speaking in tongues, man, I don't think that would go down too well. And plus, Gaelic is a very little spoken language now in Scotland.
Oh.
It's like very little, man. Like just maybe like the very top of Scotland still speak Gaelic, and
Mm,
then like the little islands and stuff. But
yeah.
it's a cool language. However, because I'm now I'm staying with my granddad right now.
Yeah.
Some of the football games, I don't give a shit about football, but like it's something that he can keep his mind focused on.
Yeah.
And some of these games are on the Gaelic channel,
Uh huh.
and it's like, what the fuck are they saying, man? Because it
Mm.
just sounds like they're just. It sounds like they've got a mouthful of water, man, just slushing it around, and I'm like, what the, it's so difficult, very difficult. But it's not taught in the schools anymore, so
No, that's
it's kind of a
understandable.
dead language.
Yeah.
Although it is the original. Actually, in fact, I'm pretty sure it originated in Wales. Actually, not Scotland. I'm pretty sure the Gaels like were originally Welsh, so
Ah,
it came
I
there
don't know.
first. A little bit of anecdotal history for you, or something. But
History with Anvil, Chapter 1. As a
that's
time I remember of a boy of September, I used to live on the sunny plot. Now he's gonna start throwing limericks our way, and then we're really gonna get it.
I'm no Robbie Burns, man. I'm no Robert Burns.
I
No
don't,
Robert Burns.
I don't even know who that is, but it's
He's
somebody.
like a Scots poet. He's
Oh,
like the Scottish poet. People go nuts for him. There's a whole day dedicated to him once a year, man, like Burns Day.
what?
Um, yeah, where it's like, oh my god, bro. Like I'm Scottish, man, right? But I don't do the whole kilt and shortbread type bullshit, right?
Right.
It makes me cringe.
Yeah.
And like the clans and all that shit, because it's all wishy washy, especially since that film Braveheart was made, man. And and like I have an absolute problem with the Scottish government, man. Like
Uh-huh.
that. This is how I really got started with content creation. Actually, man, it was on TikTok about the Scottish government. But anyway, yeah, Burns Day is like a once a year. They have like Scottish food and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff, and everyone's wearing like Scots regalia, and then people are reciting poems and stuff,
Right.
or they're called poems here, poems, but there'll be a poem over there.
Right.
Um, it's turbo gay, man. Like it's completely gay, and like they do this thing called addressing the haggis, where there's like a massive dagger,
Yeah.
and it's like the first cut of the haggis. And that's another thing. I've not even had haggis in my life, man. I don't know what it tastes like. It sounds disgusting. But I love the country, but I hate what the Scottish government's turned it into. This greetings card type thing that they export to the world, as if it's like this freedom loving country with people that are like you know very clan driven, and it's about freedom and stuff. When actually it's a drug ridden degenerate wasteland, man. That's really what it is. Other than where the people are not staying, if that makes sense.
More
Where
like a.
these people are not, Scotland is beautiful.
Mhm. You're talking about the
Like
drug part or the touristy part.
yeah, like where the tourists are, like Edinburgh, for example, right?
Uh,
You would think Edinburgh, because the history of Edinburgh would be awesome,
mm,
but the Scottish government have a deal with the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, right?
mm.
And so Chinese foreign exchange students get first priority of all Scottish universities. So
Wow.
Edinburgh looks like Little China.
Wow.
And you've got Glasgow, another cool place to be. You think it was great. The music's amazing in Glasgow. Like there's lots of rock venues and shit. It's fucking awesome actually.
Nice.
But you go outside those venues, man, and it's just junkies everywhere, just druggies on the street. It looks like Skid Row. Like it's like Skid Row.
Mm.
So it's pretty nuts, man. Like Scotland and America have very similar problems.
Yeah.
Very similar problems.
Well, and I mean, I've heard news before of like just in the way of like with Scotland, because I mean, I've only had people from. Obviously, I've had UK, English, Germany. I've had those sort of things. I had someone from the Netherlands a while back, but I've never had someone. What?
How very multicultural of you, Dara.
I'm global at this point, so you're welcome, kids. But I've never had gone as far as Scotland because I mean, of course, obviously England and Scotland are on one landmass, right?
Correct.
that is one landmass is just divided in sort of a half, where Scotland's up here, England's down here, and then Wales is sort of like this little chip off the old block
Yeah.
somewhere over there. But then you
You
have
have
like
Ireland as well. Like you
yeah,
have Ireland as well, but even Ireland's divided. There's now Northern Ireland and then
yeah.
Ireland.
Well, yeah, that's the whole the great the UK, the Great Britain, all that stuff because of that you know monarchy and all that sort of stuff. And good lord, we all know the history of the English throughout those early days, but that's a different time, a different place.
For
Um,
sure.
like good old William Wallace, who screamed for freedom. We do, we too scream for freedom from our governments. But the point of the matter is, though, is that I mean, it's not from what I remember hearing about. It is pretty bad because you hear stories about um, the drug thing, of course. I've heard stories about like there was like a killing of a teen once or something like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that the Scottish people I imagine have to deal with, and I'm not sure if like people uh, in their own right want to move out of that place because obviously there's a lot of stuff there that is home on a history scale. Forget William Wallace,
Sure.
forget all this stuff, but you're talking like music, you're talking about maybe alcohol. You're talking about
Crazy, man. I mean, I don't drink, dude. Honestly, I'm the worst Scotsman you could ever meet, man. I don't drink. I don't play golf. I
yeah,
don't eat haggis. Yeah,
yeah,
like the drinking here is like Scottish people seem to think that like they have to out degeneracy each other. Like and it's
mhm,
like this competition where it's like, well, they drink, so they drink even more. They take
mhm,
this drug, so they have to drink, take even more drugs,
mhm,
and there's also this problem with like sectarianism as well. So like Catholic Protestant type
ah,
stuff, man, and
mm,
then they've got and that's intermixed with like the two major football teams in Scotland as well.
yeah,
So it is one clusterfuck of a country. And
mhm,
then of course you've got this like the Scottish government are on like this quest to be as multicultural as possible.
mhm,
And but like genuine Scottish people are losing out. I don't give a shit where people come from, by the way. Like I don't give a fuck about color or any of that kind of stuff, man. Right? But Scottish people are under this spell with the Scottish government
mhm.
and it's I swear to God, by the way, it's because of this movie Braveheart. Like Braveheart brainwashed a lot of fucking people, man.
Wow.
Um, like that they've got that freedom means all these things. It's the antithesis of what it means, man. Like speech laws. Let's
Mm,
have like the worst speech laws in Europe because that means more freedom because the government said so.
mm,
Dude, it is absolutely wild. Like Scotland has a crazy gun problem. I don't know if you knew that, but Scotland
mm,
has a crazy gun problem.
mm,
But you'd never hear about it because the government are involved with the media, and the media are involved with these gangs that, like, they pay these gangs off, man.
mm,
And these gangs are shooting each other, man. Like, there's people getting shot in the street all the time, man. There's
mm,
people getting stabbed constantly, and it's not by foreigners either. It's by Scottish people and these gangs, and it's all to do with drugs
mm,
and that kind of thing, man, and gangland warfare.
mm,
But the world doesn't get to hear about that. The world just gets to hear about fucking kilts and shortbread and all that kind of stuff. That's why I have a real problem with the Scottish government, man. And then especially during the scamdemic days as well. Like, dude, I went to town on them people. Like, I
mm.
went to town on them,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's like honest to God, man. Like Scotland and America have so many of the same problems, but we
Mhm,
don't. We don't. The public don't have access to guns here because
mm,
of the Dunblane shooting.
mm.
Like we're and you guys have like many school shootings,
Yeah.
but I believe I believe they're psyops, to be quite honest with you, man. Like to pull guns away from the citizens, man. Like to disarm the citizens.
Mm.
Um, Dude, I've
I
got a real problem with the Scottish government, man.
I
Like
well,
a severe problem.
and part of that is the part of it is that the system over there is still parliamentary. The
Yeah,
UK,
yeah, it's
Ireland.
like it's a democracy, but like
Mm,
and there's also this thing called devolution in like the UK. So there is Westminster, which is like the UK government, yeah,
mm,
and then there's the Scottish government, but it's essentially like an executive branch. It's not like It's not like an actual government of its own. It's like it's essentially a larger council district. Like Scotland
Mhm.
is basically a district of England or
Yeah.
of city of like Westminster. It's like, and then it's the same with Wales. And then their powers come from devolution. So there's certain powers that the Scottish government can
Mm.
have,
Right.
and all these other governments. But ultimately, like I would be happy if that Scottish government shut down and was just gone. Like
Mhm.
because the people they put in charge are absolute fucking retards, man. And
Mhm.
it goes deeper than that, man. I don't want to talk about this like if you don't want to talk about this, man. But like
Go for it.
like it goes a lot deeper than that, man.
Mhm.
Scotland's like a testing ground for a lot of things, man. Like a testing ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the problem is, our people are so fucking stupid that they go
Mhm.
along with this shit. Like
Mhm.
they just go along with it. Just oh, they've told us what to do now. Like
Yeah.
the propaganda is like
Mhm.
North Korea. It's what
Yeah.
they say like North Korea is.
Mhm.
That's what the Scottish people endure on a daily basis, even in their commute to work, on the trains,
Mhm.
television, on the
Mhm.
buses.
Right.
It's fucking everywhere, man.
Mhm. Well, and I mean, that kind of lends itself to like playing to the stereotype of what people believe the Scottish are, right? Like that's been a stereotype that's been played in what media culture for a long time, right? Heavy drinkers, bagpipes, kilts, the Highland
Yep,
games, all of that. That's
yep,
all a part. I mean, again, it's part of that is the traditions and stuff too, but that also gets played into that stereotyping where not everyone's the same
yeah,
on that regard.
yeah. Like this, especially the drinking stereotype. See the drinking stereotype.
Mm,
The Scottish people love that they're known for that,
mm,
so it makes them do it more. And then they
yeah,
all want to fight and batter each other, man.
mm,
Just constant fights, dude. Every weekend, it's just a battle zone in this country,
mhm,
and it's getting younger and younger and younger. Uh,
yeah,
because now it's like cool for the younger, like for I'm not saying kids as in like children, but I mean
yeah,
like 13,
teens,
14, 15 year olds because they're
yeah,
drinking in the house, and it's cool
mm,
because they're drinking with the mum and dad,
mm,
and then that then makes them complete fucking degenerates when they grow up, and
mm,
that's all they know. And then their kids will probably be even younger, man. And it's
mm,
people think it's amazing that Scotland has deep fried Mars bars, for example, like unhealthy food. Like
yeah,
a Mars bar.
yeah.
Like imagine that deep fried. That's like
We
a massive deal in Scotland because they have these things, but it's like you realize how unhealthy that is. Half the stuff they're eating is so unhealthy, man.
mm,
And they wonder why the life expectancy is going down. They wonder why people are just so fat and unhealthy all the time. I mean,
mm,
they're degenerate slobs, man. Honestly, the majority of the population of Scotland, I can't stand, man. I despise.
mhm.
There you go.
And
There's a little anvil rant for you for the day.
brought to you by the letter A. But no, it does make sense because again, you have, at least as far as I understood it, there was the big three: English, Irish, and Scottish. Now,
Mm,
some people will throw Wales in there, but that's so small that compared to the other places, it's kind of like trying to throw like a drop of water on a burning building. It's not going to do
mm,
much. But but the point of the matter is though is that it because to give an example, right? I Here where I live in the US, there's a Irish pub not too far. It's this older couple, they went to Ireland, they loved it. They brought some stuff back. They have stuff hanging on the walls. They made sort of like this Irish pub. And so there was an English lady working there, and I had asked her once, like, out of the three, which I knew was Scottish, Irish, and English, I was asking her like, who is the biggest drinkers out of all of it? And I I think she said maybe it was Scottish or Irish, but I'm not too sure. But the point of the matter is those 3 areas alone, even the Irish are known for heavy drinking. But you don't
yeah.
have but like you have people who don't drink, and so it becomes a perpetuity in the sense of a stereotype because that's what it's become is this thing has been built over time to where you guys have perpetrated to your own self and then people
Hmm.
outside perpetrate it and then it perpetrates back to you. It's sort of a small wheel feeding into a big wheel that feed back into the small wheel.
Yeah, self-perpetuating, man.
Yeah, yeah, and
Scottish and Irish people, like Northern Ireland, so like Ireland split where it's like Ireland,
mm,
Northern Ireland are more like they want to be British,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Ireland and Scotland are almost the same people, man. Like
mm,
they basically are the same people.
mm,
Um, all the same traits. Obviously, they've got differences. Like one's leprechaun related, and the other one's fucking William Wallace related, right? But in terms of the people themselves, they're.
right.
I went to see Guns N' I'd never been to Ireland before, right? And I went
Mm.
to see on Guns N' Roses reunion tour. I went over
Oh,
to Ireland, right?
wow,
And dude, I swear to God, man, I was treated like royalty. As soon as they
wow,
heard the accent, man, it was like fucking drinks. I don't drink, man, so it was like
yeah,
it just they heard the accent. Suddenly, there was a drink in front of you,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like, well, thanks, but I'm not going to take that, so someone else can have it. But
uh,
then it would be another two appeared in front of you,
yeah,
and it was just like because they think that's how you are, so they just do
yeah,
it. And but I swear, dude, they treat as soon as they heard the accent, you were treated like royalty. And
mm,
say when Irish people come here, it's like they're
mm,
treated like royalty because they're seen as the same and because they had this quest against the English.
yeah,
But like you said earlier, man, it's like this is one island. Like it's one
mm,
island. Like Scotland, England, and Wales are one island. And yes, there's been history of fucking problems in the past. And I'm no fan of government standards. Never
yeah,
mind. No, especially not the monarchy or anything. I think big government and monarchies and stuff are just absolutely ridiculous.
yeah,
But you know, why are you fighting with people? Like, why do you? Scottish people are so racist, man. Like the most racist people you'll ever meet, and it's against English people.
mm,
But they'll tell you it's not. They'll tell you
mm,
it's the other way around. Like, oh, English people just want to fucking
yeah,
bro. There was a time where I genuinely the mood of this country was that the Scottish people genuinely thought that the English were scheming. Like
mm,
they were scheming again. Like they were in the pubs and in the churches
mm,
scheming that they were going to ride up on horseback into Scotland and conquest the country. And I'm talking in the last 10 years.
wow,
It's because of the radicalisation of the Scottish government, the propaganda campaign,
mm,
and the film Braveheart, man. Like the
yeah.
film Braveheart. Yeah.
Well,
I-
and that played off, and that movie was a basis of playing off that sort of old history of the English versus the Scottish. Which again, I mean, you if you want to do a history thing, you can have the same thing with Germany where it is at now. Germany
mm,
is handicapped in a sense by its own history because they keep trying to pay back something that no longer exists. They can't go back to the past and repair that. They basically have to sweep the past into a disappearing act, and they have to
yeah,
move forward. So I mean, same with same with the other countries too. Is like you can't live in the past of that stuff because England is not what it used to. It's more of a coward than it is what it used to be.
yeah,
But it
yeah.
but
See if you actually spoke to English people, like because I was living in England for a bit, man. I've only recently came back to Scotland,
uh,
and yeah, English people absolutely love Scottish people. Like the amount of people that I met in England that absolutely loved Scottish people in like Scotland, the country,
mhm,
right? And then you come here and Scottish people think that every Englishman is ready to take their heads off,
yeah,
and it's got nothing. They're so stuck. People, I'm not even talking about the Scotland, England anymore. Like people seem
yeah,
so stuck in the past. Like it's like perpetuating this victimhood. It's
yeah,
like a perpetual victimhood, man,
mm,
constantly,
mhm,
because it makes them feel like they're part of this special little club.
mhm,
I think that's all it is. It makes them feel like they're part of some sort of fucking club that
mhm,
all think the same as them, but actually that mentality is what's really just it's stopping any sort of fucking fixing of any problems.
yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and again, you can come to the US, you can find the own situation similar to here. It's like, people, against people don't want to lose their ability to speak freely or lose their ability to have, you know, guns to protect themselves. But the issue of it is that they don't stand up to the government that can really
That's
just,
it.
yeah.
That man, I've said for so long. Like I love being on Rumble, right?
Mm,
Because I've spoke about this quite a lot on the stream, right?
hmm
I hear so much about guns and like this gun culture in America, and everyone's got fucking guns, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like here's 8 guns in my hand. Look how many guns I've got. And it's like a pissing contest. It's like a big dick
Yeah.
competition, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
is.
okay, cool. Oh, the government's trying to take my guns away. Okay, cool. Well, your constitution has a provision in that specifically for that.
Uh-huh.
It's specifically written there. You're all constitutional. You love the Constitution, man. Okay, cool. So when are you going to start using it?
Yeah.
When are you going to start using it? They want to come take your guns away. Well, they can't because your constitution says so. There's also a bit in your constitution that talks about tyrannical governments. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so when are you going to start using that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all pomp and circumstance, man. It's just absolute, just chest puffery.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is, man.
Well, yeah, and you can point to that and use that, but over within the UK, at least the greater scheme of it, you guys really don't have something like that because it's old law.
Yeah, it's called the
It's
Magna Carta,
Magna
and it's the same thing, bro. I believe all governments are controlled just in the exact same way. I don't believe big government actually is there to protect the people. Big government, I don't believe you even vote anybody in. Like that's how fucking far down the rabbit hole I don't believe voting is anything. Like I think it's just a participation, a
Mhm,
group participation, and it's like people are already decided and all that, and there's an agenda already in place, and
mhm,
these governments are just the face of carrying out this fucking agenda. You
yeah,
know, I believe
mhm,
that is every government, man. But when it comes to things like that, like the Constitution, or it's like,
mhm,
or if nobody's willing to use it, then it's not worth the quill it was written on.
mhm,
It's not worth the quill it was written. I believe the Constitution is one of the most powerful freedom documents ever
mhm,
quilled. Yeah,
yeah,
if it's not going to be used, then it means nothing. It's
yeah,
the same with here. Yeah, everyone wants to be angry at something.
mhm,
Everyone wants to, invoke something of the past that was written then,
mhm,
and using it now. And it's just like, well, if you're not willing to actually stand up and do something about it, then just sit the fuck down because what's the point?
right. Well, a while back too, I think it was PragerU or something like that, but they did this whole thing with the people who wrote their names in the Constitution, like John Witherspoon and so forth, who I didn't know was a bit Scottish in his own right, and there were some people who were English who did put their name to it as well. So not everyone who was of under King George's service was of that manner. But I mean,
For sure.
It still happened anyway. The point of the matter, though, is that people were willing to die for what they believed in, and many did. And
Yeah,
a problem of that is today is that people are are almost, in a sense, afraid to give up what they have in order to get what they believe is to be true. Again,
absolutely.
again, you had just using the Constitution alone, and from that point, there were many people who were put in prison, many who were killed, many who bled, and all this sort of stuff during the path of the Revolutionary War and all that. And yet we come today, and all we can do is vote people in and or complain about it online, and we're really not taking to task what was sacrificed. And obviously, that can go back to the other part too, where you're talking about like going back to the past to invoke something. But sometimes there are some parts of the past you have to invoke in order to
Yeah.
get your future going. And
Yeah, like people
unfortunately,
fought and died for freedom back in the day, man. People fought and died for it. If there was a problem, people fought for that problem, and sometimes it involved them dying. But the point was that they were dying for the cause. Yeah,
mm,
where now everyone wants to talk about freedom. Everyone wants to be a conspiracy theorist, and they know what's going on. You know, if you know, you know, and all that bullshit. But what do? They don't stand there and fucking do something about it. They start podcasts. Everyone
yeah.
wants to start a fucking podcast about it, and they'll just talk about it. And they're doing something. Their little community's doing something about it. You know what I mean? It pisses me right fucking off, man. You know, pisses me the
Don't yell
fuck
at me!
off, man.
Don't yell at me!
Oh no.
Actually,
This is a
I'm
conversational
joking.
talk show, man.
I
This is not
know.
about doing something about freedom, man. We're just maybe having a chat, but
Mhm.
I'm talking about these people that love freedom, they love the
Yeah.
Constitution, and they love fucking this and that. What are they doing about it? Tune
Well,
in
yeah.
on fucking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. and we'll just talk about the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It's
freedom, it comes at a cost at $5.99 a month for the subscription these days, man. You know. That's why you've got people like Alex Jones and Infowars and fucking Thoughtcast even on Rumble. It's like, yeah, cool. $5.99 buys your freedom for your little fucking community. What are you
Yeah.
doing about it? These
Yeah.
people are looking at you to be doing something because you're the guy that's going to be doing something. And I had this, man. So during the scam, just towards the end of the scamdemic, I had a TikTok channel and it was just a shitpost. There wasn't even a profile picture on this thing, right?
Oh,
Because I was never ever going to make a video,
right.
and it was just to be in the comments shit posting.
Mhm.
And then so there was like these things called freedom rallies. I'm sure you had them in America as well. Yeah, in fact, I know you did have
Yeah.
them in America as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went along to one of these in Stirling, and it
Mhm.
was awesome, man. It was awesome. And it was like a march through the town and all that kind of stuff. And I took a couple of videos, and
Mhm.
these fucking videos went, and I'm talking within an hour, like 10, 20,000 views.
Yeah.
And then there was people like wanting more of them, and I wasn't interested in this at the time. But then there was an American had said something about Scotland,
Oh,
and I actually I did one of those like video replies, and that fucking video did about 50, 60,000 views, and there was people wanting to talk more about this fucking shit. But there was a Scottish guy who made he was called the Angry Plumber, and oh, he made a video response to one of my videos talking about. He was a bigger channel, like a much bigger channel at the time.
right.
He made a video because I had spoke about the Scottish government specifically. Nobody
Yeah.
was really talking out about the Scottish government at the time, man.
Right. Right.
And he found that quite fascinating that I was one of these people who one of the rare people who were against the Scottish government. And so this channel developed into I started making more. It was just basically responding to people's comments but in video form.
Mhm.
That then grew arms and legs into needing a Telegram fucking chat because there was so many people following it. Anyway, the channel got made up to 26,000 followers, man.
Wow.
And I was going to these rallies, and people were expecting me to be some sort of politician, and people were end up expecting me to be literally some sort of fucking William Wallace, man. And it's like these things don't they can't happen these days. What you want to start a revolution on TikTok?
Yeah.
Is that what you're actually thinking? You know,
Mhm.
back in the day, people were in churches, man, and that's where people were radicalized. They were radicalized in the churches about issues, and revolution, in my opinion, is just men standing shoulder to shoulder, working towards a common goal.
Mhm.
But these people didn't get that. They were more into this V for Vendetta, fucking, fire and torches. There's pickaxe, pitchforks and torches type revolution. It's like, right, cool. That's
Right.
exactly what the government want, and you're planning and scheming all this shit on fucking TikTok.
Mhm.
We live in different times, man. Different
Mhm.
times. Revolution is just standing up and saying no these days, and people can't grasp that. They want some sort of action because they're addicted to this stuff. They
Right.
love they love the show. It's all a show, and they love it. They're addicted to the show. They can't wait to see the next episode of the fucking, you know, like the Trump season. They
Mhm.
can't wait to see the next episode of fucking this and that. But that there was it was almost I don't want to say it was like a turning point for people in Scotland, but
Mhm.
after I started making these videos, man, I seen more and more and more people start speaking out about the fucking tyranny of the Scottish government, because I
Mhm.
don't think people actually really understood they were under tyranny.
Yeah.
Like, and it's been tyrannical for years, man. It's been
Mhm.
tyrannical for years.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's what I love about Rumble, man. It's like we're kind of like this ragtag group of fucking outcasts that have just kind of found a place. And I know
Mhm.
NGM said something about this last night as well. It's like we've kind of found this place. It's like an eclectic bunch of people that are
Mhm.
that we're just done with everything else, man. We're just
Mhm.
done with it.
Mhm. Which is understandable. I mean, yeah, it's people addicted to the community, but the cause costs something else.
Exactly. Well, freedom isn't free, man. Freedom is never free, but it comes back, like we were saying back in the day, it came with the price of your life.
Mhm.
Ultimately, it came with the price of your life, but it was for the greater good of your children.
Mhm.
And people don't seem to understand that. And then, I think people think that I'm some sort of Trump guy as well, man. But it's
Mhm.
like, I think it would take for Donald Trump to be standing on his fucking, standing his Cuban heel on the throats of some of these people's children, and they'd still be like, oh, it's part of the plan, trust the plan. Trust the
Mhm.
plan. It's the same here. Every single time a government invokes emergency powers, like in the scamdemic, see in Scotland, people became that. Nicola Sturgeon, who was the leader of the Scottish government at the time,
Okay.
right? So everyone at 6 p.m. couldn't wait to be sitting around their television sets, 6 feet apart, of course. You know, you had to make sure you were 6 feet apart. Couldn't wait to be sitting around their television sets waiting for Fraulein Sturgeon's fucking 6 p.m. bulletin. And it's like that's the level of propaganda and that's the level of control they had over the people, and it's never been relinquished. It has never been relinquished, and they're just happy to go along with it because they really truly believe there was some sort of problem, like some sort of virus and some sort of fucking like that the government were the only ones that could do something about it. These people locked themselves in their fucking houses, scared of fresh air, because Fraulein Sturgeon told them so, and they believed it. You had these people. I don't know if you guys had that. What's up, Timby? How's it going, man? Sweezy as well. Nice to see you guys. You had these people at 5 o'clock at night on a Wednesday. The government would tell them to go out and bang pots and pans for the NHS. And these fucking clowns did it. They did it, man. They might as well been outside honking fucking clown horns, man. That's all they were. That's all they were. Just fucking clowns, man. And they were spoon fed. They're spoke to like children here. I know I'm on a rant here. I'm on a fucking tangent here, bro. Like I'm really sorry about this, man. Right?
Go for it.
But like the way they speak to the people in Scotland is very patronising and condescending,
Right.
and very childlike, and nobody has a problem with it because that's how they speak to each other. So they don't realise they're being propagandised. They don't realise they're being spoon fed this Like, for example, there was an advert on the radio and during the scamdemic and on television, and this is, I swear to God, this is how it sounds. Please get vaccinated. If you don't, you will kill your granny.
Right, yeah.
Literally verbatim that's what it said, man. That's what it said. So people believe they're going to fucking kill their granny. So they're going to get their vaccines and they're going to stay indoors and they're going to self-isolate. There's people still self-isolating today, Dara. As soon as they get a little sniffle, boom. Inside, don't come round. It's insane. And also the architecture of Scotland as well. You think it looks amazing, castles and all that kind of stuff. It is like Soviet Union brutalist architecture. That's what it is. It's like some of these places are like the Gaza Strip, man. Like it is insane. It's insane.
So that kind of but comes to the question of like, so obviously I think it's been like the past week or so there's been news of the English sort of like putting up all the flags, was it St. George's Cross or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, the English flag, yeah, or the Union Jack, which is the British flag. But that's another thing as well. Like that's to do with the immigrant problem the immigration problem,
right,
in the United Kingdom right now.
well, but the
go
question,
ahead.
no, the question that comes out at that though is like you see that and you see them do that. It is their form of rebelling, but from your perspective, do you think that will be enough to do anything at all?
Yeah, I believe that's a complete psyop. To be quite honest with you, man. Like I'm very much someone who's into like I've got like pattern recognition, which is like, it's been a detriment, but it's also some sort of blessing in my life as well, man. Right? And I'm very much into like conspiracy and psyops. Like I'm very very interested in psychological operations, and we see psyops happening all the time, and I believe this is another. I believe the world right now is in a COVID level psyop right now, and it's just that it's not been advertised on television in the same way. I truly believe that. In the United Kingdom, for example, right, this immigration problem, I believe, has been absolutely set up by the government. That these people, the idea is that people will focus their attention on immigrants that are coming over to this country that are obviously being given special privileges that are completely right. They are obviously being given the free hotels, and they're given. But I think 2 years ago, these people were saying that these men coming over on the boats were UN soldiers, right?
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
these same people are saying that they're just rapists and murderers and all that kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
So now they've got these protests happening outside of. Oh, did I disappear?
No, your camera just froze. I can hear you though.
All right, sweet. Now you've got these people now protest. There's organized protests happening outside of hotels up and down
Mhm.
the country.
Mhm.
There was actually a massive one in Falkirk just 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Now you would think if the you would think they would the government and you would think the media would try and minimize the exposure to this
Mhm.
so that more and more people wouldn't show up.
Mhm.
However, they're being advertised that it's been heavily shown by the media. Let me
Mhm.
try turning that off and on again, right?
Yeah, yeah. Should work if you try it. Turn it on and off again.
Sorry
Oh,
about this, man.
no, you're fine. You're on a
So they're
laptop.
being
It's good.
specifically GB News is doesn't seem to be letting me, man.
Have you tried? It's not letting you press it again.
No, I might come back though. I'll try again in a second.
Yeah, you can
I'll try
always
again.
refresh. You can always refresh the page and see if that'll work. But oh, okay then. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. He'll
Hello.
be back.
Man.
Let's see if we can see you again.
There we go.
There we go. Well,
There we go. I didn't know you could refresh studio. That's sick.
well,
Uh,
before we continue on, let's get to it's the top of the hour. And so what I do is I set aside some time for us. And obviously you're here again for Rumble Squared, so there's a bit of that. But obviously set aside time for me and my guests to promote our stuff. So if you'd like to promote your end of things, you're more than welcome to. So
yeah,
there
yeah. Well, thanks, man.
no
What you
problem.
mean my channel?
There we go. Yeah, Rumble Studio is not showing Rumble Chat, but YouTube's still working. So there you go. There's your stuff. If you
Awesome,
want to,
man. Thank you.
yeah, if you want to promote your stuff, it's all yours.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you can if you want to hear more of these fucking unhinged tangented rants, uh, then you can follow me on Rumble at rumble.com/user/ Anvilight, or on X. I do try and like minimize this on my channel, but it does end up coming out like it comes out like a freight train.
Hmm.
So right now I'm not able to stream for the first like start of September. I am working on that, but
Life
yeah, you
happens.
can find me on X and you can find me on Discord and all that kind of stuff.
Mm,
Otherwise, I'll pretty much be on X most of the time, man. Like that's for the start of September.
yeah, you do
Thanks for
what
that,
you
man.
can do. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing, man.
yeah. But
Thanks
there's
for that,
this.
man.
Oh, you're welcome. And again, those are his links right there. You can find them both on Rumble and YouTube because obviously, I streamed it both, so there's that. But yeah, if you want to find where else he's at, he's there. And yeah, give him. Obviously, obviously I had him on before with Rumble Squared, but he didn't show his face last time. So now you do get to see
Oh
a
yeah,
face.
the last 20 minutes because I never hit that button. Yeah, had made a little cool thing as well, man. Like I'd made it all look cool,
Yeah, and
and
then you're just like curses.
that's it, man.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
it.
But anyway, there's his link right there. You can find out both Rumble and YouTube. Give him a look, and if he's worth a follow, why not? All right, why not? But anyway, for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or the YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on, because honestly, I stream to both. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because not only does it help it being seen more, like all content creators want to be. I mean, let's just be honest. All right. It also helps with having other people on like Anvilight, like the Real Tomby, and of course like NGM Studios, who was on yesterday, and like so many others. At the end of the day, I do this thing where I get to talk to, well, just a wide variety of people, creator or not. So and that's why I do it.
Yeah,
But
it's a
beyond
really
that,
cool show you've got there. It's really cool, man.
hey, you know what? I over 260 people have given me their yes, so there's something right there. But anyway, yeah, any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. Of course, sorry about not being able to bring up the Rumble chat, but Rumble Studio is not playing nice today, so there's that. And let's see, give me 1 second to post my link, and of course that there you go. There's my link in the chat. You'll be able to go there. You'll find my Twitter X. You'll find my email. You'll find my Discord link in there, but it's mostly just for GMing. I don't have a server and I don't have enough mental bandwidth to do something like that. I'm already stretching myself enough as it is with all the Rumble Squared stuff and all that. Okay, all right, and doing this, but I enjoy it all the same. So anyway, you can find my stuff there, including the Rumble and YouTube links are in there as well. So you can do just that, and of course, I'm gonna do the one other thing. Nope, not that. There we go. Okay, bring that up. And then, of course, as always, yes, I am still in the creator program, but I don't care to fulfill any of the requirements other than the ones that come naturally. But I am part of the Proton Partner Program. And so, if no one knows what Proton is, Proton, they have Proton Mail, Proton VPN, Proton Pass, Proton Drive, a few other things too. But they are for the most part, they're more of a privacy-based sort of company stationed out in Switzerland, all that stuff. And I've been using them for quite a while. But but for this point in time, I haven't gotten the other link yet. But for this point in time, I'm promoting Proton Pass, which is their password manager. So probably you've seen like stuff like one password or different kinds of password man password managers, and I use Proton Pass on the daily. They do some pretty good things. One is like they let you use like an alias email, so that way you don't have to use your actual email when you sign up for something, whatever. It has 2FA integrated within it, and a few other stuff. Again, the link's right there. You can check out for yourself all the other things they offer. I believe with this link you get like half off, but I haven't checked it in a while, so I apologize for that. But you can go there, you can check it out, and if it's worth it to you, great. There you go. If not, that's okay too. It's a benefit I'm promoting because I use it myself, and I wouldn't want to promote stuff I don't use. Obviously, many people felt that way with the ad read stuff. Uh, but for
Mm.
me, but for me, I just promote because, and yeah, I can make some money off it, but I doubt I've made anything off this. So regardless, I still promote it just for the benefit alone for you guys, because that's what's more important. Benefit for you. Doesn't matter about me, just this benefit for you. So if you want to take a look, it's there. If not, that's okay too. No skin off my back. I'll still thank you all the same. Yeah, there's one. I've got to find the. They just came out with the ability to promote their Proton Unlimited, which is sort of their the collection of their suite of stuff like VPN, mail, all that, all in one thing. And that's the one I pay for, which is like every year, which only calls me like I think it only costs me like $48 a year, so that's not a bad deal. But I have to get that link, so otherwise it's just gonna be this for a bit. But yeah, so that's my stuff, and yeah, I don't. I there's stuff within the Robo Creator Program I easily do because it's just part of the show. But the other stuff I don't care about, so I guess I get to stay in but don't get paid. I'm happy with not having to do any of that stuff anymore. So but can you promote your newest endeavor? Oh, that's right. You're making thumbnails, aren't you?
Yeah,
The
well, I'm trying to do what I can right now, man. Like I'm working literally with a laptop that's right in front of me, and yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, I'm so if you don't know, I'm kind of taking over like the full time care of my granddad right now.
right.
So
Hmm.
uh, that's why I don't have my setup with me. Plus, there's some other family stuff going on as well, man.
Hmm.
It's in the background. So I've
Right.
got a laptop,
Hmm.
and I don't even have a mouse with me, bro. Like like nothing. I don't even have headphones with me. So I've just got this
Right.
laptop. So
Hmm.
I like doing thumbnails. I like doing my thumbnails, and just that would offer services like so I can maybe keep because I really don't know how I'm going to be in the creator program this month, man. Because well, because I can't stream, and also the reason why I think this is cutting out is because I've got the cameras going here, I've got the chat here, and the internet in this house is like fucking 100 megabits. Yeah,
Right.
it's not stream ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing thumbnails right now. Rumble can get people like Rumble people if they want to spend more time streaming and less time making all the stuff. Like I'm here to do it,
Yeah.
and it's something that I can do while still looking after my granddad and
Hmm.
It's something I can get done. I can turn them around. I put on the advert like 12 hours or 24-hour turnaround, but I could make you guys thumbnails in fucking 40 minutes if you wanted.
Yeah.
So
No, you made the thumbnail you were marketing with yesterday, last night, I think.
yeah,
And
man. I made that in 10 minutes earlier. So
yeah, yeah, and I just use
the
Canva.
most time that took was creating you an AI character. Actually, man, that was the rest of it was done in 10 minutes. But I spent a good 40 minutes making you look the man.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I appreciate that. But no, I just use Canva to make my thumbnails, and I basically just use the same template over and over again because I like the template.
Yeah,
It was made by someone else, but it was like I don't. Um, I know that's one of the big things people do. Like, oh, you gotta do your thumbnails, you gotta do all this stuff. But I'm like, that's a game someone else can play. I'm not here to play that. I'm
yeah,
here
for
to do
sure.
this
Like
thing.
my thumbnail, like, dude, I've had the same template actually since my first Rumble stream,
Yeah, your
which is
synth
like that
wave.
that
Yeah.
frame thing. See the frame, and I've just kind of been slowly modifying it slightly. But that's one advice I would give to people who do make their own thumbnails is just make a template that's like your template.
Yeah.
Make an original thumbnail, yeah,
Mhm.
and then just tweak maybe the background image or maybe change the logo of the game you're playing.
Yeah.
Um, but keep everything else the same so that when people see that thumbnail, they know like it's instantly recognizable to you, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
And
your thumbnail works brilliant, man, because it's just like Tomby's another guy as well, man. Like his thumbnails are fucking great, man, and it's his thumbnail. As soon as you
yeah.
see it, it's his thumbnail.
Well,
Grim Hollywood as well is like another
mm,
guy whose thumbnails are out of this world.
mm,
And but it's his thumbnail straight away, and it's nothing to do with the mask. It's the style, and it's kind of like a
mm.
movie poster type thing.
Well, I
Um,
would say that the mask has become part of it, right? Like it's a brand
yeah, it's
piece.
like his brand type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
But
talking about like like he goes for a sort of movie poster type deal, man.
mm,
I've kind of branched more like mine's have kind of evolved recently into more like cinematic looking. Um, where I'm using my face. It's not just face swapped. It's actually trained on my face, so
yeah.
I can get it in different kind of ways and stuff. And like if you go to like a professional,
Yeah.
that's like 60-70 quid. 60-70 pounds or something like that, man. But I don't give a fuck about that kind of thing. I can do that for in 10 minutes, 20
Mhm.
minutes. As soon as I can train someone's face, man, and offer it to people. And I know people. There's a lot of people that I know struggle with streaming plus like maybe doing all their social media plus having
Mhm.
to make thumbnails and maybe they don't know how to use Photoshop or something like that, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I could do it for them, then at least that's one weight off their mind, and
Yeah.
I'll be getting something out of it.
Yeah.
NGM is like that's mostly mid journey doing the heavy lifting there. Grimble, but hey, bro, same here now, man. Like same here now. Other than tweaking it, maybe changing lighting and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just to make it all kind of tie in together, man. Like,
And
but
that
there's nothing wrong with that, man. It's about fucking bringing people in, bringing people in. NGM made his own thumbnail the other night, man. It's pretty kick ass. It's really cool, actually.
we're trying not to upbring his ego. He needs to be
Oh
on a
yeah, yeah,
level
yeah.
base.
Forgot about that.
We gotta
Sucks,
make sure
dude.
he's
Sucks.
we gotta we gotta start off small. Really, because if you build someone too much up early, they're gonna be like, I'm the king of the world. Then we're like, NGM, listen, you're a dude who can get shot in the foot. Try not to make yourself screwed up like that.
And dude,
But
that to be fair to NGM, man, that guy looks like a fucking rock star, man. So like, it's good that he's finally on camera. I will
that's
bolster his ego a little bit. He does a lot of work for a lot of people, man, and
that's true.
we need to give
But
the man something back.
yeah, he does sort of the same thing what you're doing. He does the thing and then he gets something out of it. But Tomby says I've gone through a lot of different thumbnail iterations. I think I am there now with a templated setup, which I think just cuts time down and just trying to get things set up. I mean, the most thing. I mean, Tomby's really good at
He's a
he's
coder.
coder, solving problems, all that stuff. I mean, the point of what his job is, though, as IT stuff, is to make his job a bit more efficient. And
Yeah.
for me, that's what I've done is just try to make some of the stuff a bit more efficient. Maybe I'm a little longer than others, but I'm not here to please people. I'm a face.
I think that's massive with streaming though, man, because like people think I made a post about this, but it's like live stream isn't just turning the camera on and playing a game. Like, and you know, people expect that they turn the camera on, they put a video game on, and it's like they become entitled to views and all that kind of stuff. But it's like the live stream is like 5% of the actual thing. You know, anybody can do that, but it's live streaming plus like networking plus promotion plus editing plus like maybe graphic design, you know, that kind of thing. And it's an all-encompassing job essentially, where if you can start streamlining your process so that things can be done quickly,
Mhm,
and you know, maybe templates are a good thing, really good for that, you know, especially if you're not really good with editing or anything like that, or you don't
mhm.
have someone as wicked as NGM doing your clips or whatever, getting
Right.
into some sort of like templated process so that it's just you've done the live stream and that's your raw product,
Mm,
and then it's just boom 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 into different things, and then you can start posting them otherwhere, or even just preparing. Like people think as well, like it's good to stream every single day, and maybe it is for you. But there's people that have now got into the habit of like they must stream every day or they're going to be less relevant, or they must stream every day and they're going to like, or they're not going to make the metrics or whatever. Where
I
actually you could
yeah.
maybe cut that down to 3 days a week and spend 2 days maybe working on your other stuff and making more products out of your stuff.
Well, the point of the matter is content creation should just be about what you want to create first,
That's it.
instead of just trying to do this whole ordeal with metrics or whatnot. Because I really think at the end of the day, those are just BS all across. You want to be part of the creator program, great. Oh, but remember what you're getting into first, and don't and if you try it and you don't enjoy it, you don't have to stay in it. If
That's
you're
it, man.
if you
Yeah,
tie
yeah.
if you tie your financials to the content creation field, especially since you have a lot of content creators who do full time, I'm sorry to tell you, there's going to be a lot of disappointment, because
I liked that part of your interview last night actually with NGM was when you were talking about that. It's like I think the creator program has been a detriment to so many people, like a complete clusterfuck to so many people, because now they've found a way that they can make an income, and then suddenly it's become their sole income. So at the end of the month, that's what they're relying on that, and maybe it's disappointing to them, or maybe they're like, because more and more metrics are being added and it's like more and more work for them. But
mm,
you're missing the point of like you were just having fun with a video game to begin with.
mm,
You know, now that's now not even secondary, but it's now third or fourth in your list of priorities of just
yeah,
having fun with a game.
mhm,
I was so glad to go back to playing World of Warcraft recently, man, because it was like I love this. Like I fucking love this. Everything else has came secondary, and I think it's actually improved my streams
mm,
because I'm doing something that actually like, dude, I could play World of Warcraft fucking blindfolded, man. You know what I mean? I could play it blindfolded, but it's
right,
allowed me more time to interact with people in the chat, and it's allowed me to actually start having more like thinking space to be more creative with thumbnails, or like
mhm.
editing a video together or whatever, or maybe like doing something with a Discord or something like that, man. You know, but there's people who is now like their sole focus is making those metrics at the end of the month. That it's just shat on everything that was fun about the whole thing in the first place.
Right, and my thing has always been is like I didn't walk into this thing thinking I'd make anything off it. I mean, it's been
Mm,
nice, money's always a bonus, but it's always been about getting to talk to people like you or Tomby or NGM or Furious Stan or so many others. The point the point becomes though is that the whole of what all these platforms offer is monetization. All of them.
mm,
YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, X, all these platforms offer monetization. Well, yes, it's great to get paid for what you do. Obviously, there are people out there making content way beforehand. The problem becomes what becomes a focal point of why you want to do this thing. Is it to make money? Is it to get that higher status, which comes with all this stuff? Because you do see it within some big content creators out there now. The
mm.
point for me has always been this has unlimited potential to reach whatever space well, within the conversational space, because there really wasn't many of people doing it, because mostly people do a topic centered show. Me,
Yeah.
how me, however, is that I get celebrations and milestones. I get why you want to point out your what's the best word? It's a congratulations of reaching a point. That's fine. I'm quite the opposite in the field because someone had to tell me I was close to 1,000 followers on Rumble, and I'm like, I'm almost a what? Because I don't pay too much attention to that stuff. Because I mean, over on YouTube, I am so far behind on any followers at all. It doesn't make any sense. My point is, in Out of Sword Teal, the reason why I want I would rather have a focus on why one wants to create is because I've had to deal with the dark side of this content creator sphere stuff. Not
Yeah.
maybe not like a super dark side, but a dark side enough that kind of shows you what people are like behind the scenes in the DMs, if that helps. And majority of time, people I've dealt with have been pretty great so far. There've only been a few instances where it's been bullcrap. It's been shite because we all have an ego to some degree. We all have biases. I get that. I'm human too, right? But my point is, if I have to deal with these adults who call themselves adults but aren't really, then I have a trouble of dealing with this drama field thing. And sometimes you can't avoid it because it just happens. And the field of content creation is so flooded. You're a squeaky fart in the dark.
Correct.
That's what content creation is now. Is you're a squeaky fart in the dark, and maybe someone will hear you and be like, "Okay, who had the Red Lobster? All right, who had the cheese?" The point of the matter is, though, is you need to understand why you want to do this thing. Two is you need to find satisfaction within yourself of why you do this thing, and three is however far it goes you want to take it, however far you can make with it, enjoy the ride.
Mm.
Because no matter what happens with all this, today could be the last day.
Correct, man. Correct.
And so,
It's gave people this level of entitlement, man, and like I won't mention any names or that. 'Cause I don't talk in a lot of streams, man. Like I don't go into people like see when I'm in someone's stream, I like to be like a silent watcher. I don't like to like that seems really shit of me, right? But, like I
I knew
don't
you were
really
gonna go
like to
there.
chat in the chat. I just like to watch, and it's like on in the
Yeah.
background.
Mhm.
Um, but there's like a few people I've seen. There's one guy in particular, like an older gentleman,
Mhm.
and you can just tell all he's doing is sitting watching that viewer number. Like
Mhm.
he's just watching it, and sometimes he would just cut his stream off. Like maybe it'd be an hour into it, and it would just be like he's watching that number,
Mhm.
and that number's not going up from maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So he's losing in the game.
Mhm.
Suddenly he's pissed off, and he just ends the stream. And then
Mhm.
2 weeks later, you see this guy making T-shirts, and
Mhm.
it's like, let's just get the fucking basics down here, buddy.
Mhm.
I'm a tiny streamer, man. Like I don't have like a community like Silver Fox and that. I'm grateful to everybody that comes. Like Racy, for example, in the chat, she was getting up at 4:30 in the morning to watch my stream. That's amazing.
Aw.
Like that's fucking incredible, by the way.
Aw.
Like, and it's just because I stream like in like UK time,
Yeah.
and
You
that's when
get
I could do it. But Racy became like a regular viewer. I've seen Sweezy in the chat all the fucking time, man.
Mhm.
Like NGM started hanging around, and he doesn't even give a shit about World of Warcraft. He just likes to chat, man. And like Tomby was around, man. Like there's been so many people.
Uh-huh.
And that's great, but I'm not expecting them to start pumping my fucking bank account at all. Like
Mhm.
I'm having fun. They seem to be enjoying what's going on, and like I'm not going to start then shilling fucking this and that to them because
Mhm.
they're now watching me play a video game. I don't think that's the case. People look at like for example, I think people are sold this dream by like Asmongold or fucking these massive people like Kai
Yeah.
Cenat's another one, and like I Show Speed and those kind of peoples. They have view botted numbers like a motherfucker, and
Mhm.
then they're being sold. They're selling this dream to like young kids and like young adults and stuff like that. They could one day make it as a content creator,
Mhm.
and then they spend their whole lives chasing this fucking dream. And it's like that's such an anomaly to be that size. You have to remember you're sitting playing a video game.
Mhm.
You anybody could do that.
Mhm.
You must feel lucky to be able to make some money from this. And the creator program has gave people like a little bit of maybe a little boost to their maybe like Just give them a little bit of money to maybe do this, and maybe that they can then take that money and put it into something else or whatever, like a
Mm,
little side income or something like that. Yeah,
mm,
but like there's people so wrapped up in these metrics, and there's so many people wrapped up in like the idea that they are now owed something for streaming a video game that has just became their entire thing, and they
mm.
become better about it, and it's really caused a lot of fighting and infighting and stuff like that. And I see it all the time. It's like this order of chaos type shit that I'm seeing with Rumble.
Right. I do want to bring up that there's a difference between being owed something and bringing up a a issue and or concern in good
Oh no, no,
faith.
no, no! Like
Yeah.
that, I think that's a separate. I would love to talk to you about these as well, because I know you're right on their arse, man, every single time, man. Like, and I love it, man. Like, I love that you hold people's feet to the fire, dude. I love that shit. But
Well,
it's
I think the point I'm trying to make with that is again what you came on with Rumble Squared is because the point of that is because Rumble's not gonna give you the things to help you understand, the why. Okay, so why aren't we getting the basics that should be fixed first instead of all the stuff like crypto wallet or whatnot, which don't
yeah.
matter to a huge majority of the people on platform. People on platform want the basics taken care of first. The issue remains that it's not happening or it's not communicated that's happening. And I get some people could take some of the things people brought up as complaining or whining or whatever. But you have to understand when someone says that to someone and they bring up, even if they're a new person, right? If they're a new
Hmm.
person, they bring up this thing and they're told to shut up and just keep working harder and all this stuff. They shut down a fruitful conversation that can have boundless, not only boundless in networking, but also to show that, hey, I understand what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Maybe it is that. Maybe it isn't that. There's not enough data out there. And yet, someone who's looking at all these other content creators that do a roundtable or space or whatever, I'm the one collecting the feedback going out there with your guys' help. Obviously, I'm not doing it alone, but with your
Mm,
guys' help, I'm collecting this feedback. I compile it, I put it out there so that you guys can see it, and then you could say, "Oh, so I'm not alone in my thought anymore." Because again,
mhm.
what people need to understand about all these platforms, and that includes Rumble too, they are a business at
Yep.
the end of the day. Sure, they might try to build up the community and care about it, all this stuff. But let me tell you something. When if it's gonna come down to money or you, who are they gonna choose first? A
Oh, money,
platform.
of course, man. Always.
Because no platform can run without it, right? You see a
That's
YouTube.
it, man.
YouTube. Oh, well, just look at what NGM said yesterday, right? He said something about like with the whole with the what was it? Who they tether and all that stuff and the AI following and all that. The point of the matter is that people have to understand that as much as lovely as the community is, as much as lovely community is on Rumble, you're gonna have the same thing on Kick. You're
Was
gonna
this
have
when
this.
you were talking about family, like the
Yeah,
word fam? Yeah,
the
yeah.
NG.
I don't subscribe to that bullshit whatsoever, man.
Well, and that's part of it too, but that's the same it's just sort of what we were kinda talking on with NGM yesterday is because people need to understand at the end of the day, community is always gonna be anywhere you go with any platform. Look, you probably maybe not YouTube because how big it is, but you go to Twitch, right? You see their ambassadors, you see all the VTubers stick with VTubers, all this stuff. There's a wide swath of the community sort of thing over there. You're gonna find it somewhere on the platform. You go to Kick, you're gonna find the same sort of thing on the platform. You come to Rumble, you're gonna find that same sort of thing on the platform. Go to Odyssey, go to BitChute. All these platforms are gonna have their community things, and they're gonna be
Hmm.
tribalistic to some manner of fact. But I've talked to these different people on different platforms and all over, and part of the reason why I do that is because you must learn to get over your bias to some degree. You can have your core principles; those are great. But if you do not, and in any shape, at least try to get beyond your bias, beyond your echo chamber, where the tribalism, all this stuff, like you were talking about the football teams over in Scotland and whatnot. You will be stuck in this place where you'll be like the people who tell these people come on, hey, stop complaining. Rumble doesn't owe you anything. Work harder. Hey, stop complaining. Kick doesn't owe you anything. Work harder. Hey, Twitch doesn't owe you anything. Stop complaining. Work harder. That's what you're gonna get every stinking time.
Yeah,
And I'm tired of it. I'm
yeah,
really
yeah.
tired of it seeing it on X too. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do the whole emotional thing. I'm going to collect that feedback. I'm going to show you that feedback. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a hard time trying to fight against it. Discredit me,
Yeah.
sure. But
I don't disagree with you on any of that, man. I was just more meaning like the people who are using this as like a full-time income kind of thing, man. It's
well, yeah,
like they're not
there's
gonna.
that too. There's that too,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
not
Like,
everyone.
other than that, I agree with what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
I totally agree, man. Like, because I've only recently started like branching back over to TikTok
Mhm.
and things like that. I have a Twitch account. I'm a Twitch affiliate
Oh,
because I
really?
used to stream World of Warcraft years ago, man. And like I don't use that anymore. And like I've looked at Kick, and you know you do see it, but
Mhm.
um I agree with what you're saying, man. Like your community is like your community, and they will if you are building a community, they will follow you wherever you go. You know, like if somehow Rumble doesn't work out, and you end up moving over to Kick or Twitch or something like that. You know, if you've
Mhm.
built a strong enough community, they will go over there, man.
Mhm.
And if people are then becoming disillusioned with what Rumble's offering and maybe want to try it, like I see a lot of people trying out TikTok now
Yeah.
because they're getting great views and and there's like incentives and all that kind of shit. And it's but you know, you just need better content like getting high and bitching for 5 hours.
Yeah. Sure, Lavistro. Good lord. Sorry about that, but yeah, no, I
Yeah, it's all good, man.
no,
It's all
no,
good.
no, and that's
But yeah, build your community, and they will follow you wherever you come, man. And I'm not saying that as someone who's got like, you know, it's the community. You know, I'm like I said, I'm grateful to everyone that comes into the chat, man. But
Mhm.
you know, the job's on me to then retain these people and make sure they're entertained if that's what they want. And there is people out there who just I get like I totally agree with what you're saying, man. I get Rumble. There is definite improvements have to be made in the basic level
Mhm.
before they start introducing like you know Rumble Wallet and all these
Mhm.
kind of like Rumble Shorts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think people actually need to really understand what it is Rumble actually is, man. And it's you know people might have a difference of opinion and things like
Right.
that, but you know, if people are familiar with pyramid schemes and things like that, it does seem to be that kind of way, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, you are getting something out of it a little bit, but
Like a
they're
like
getting
a
a lot more out of it than you, and they have
like a
a certain go for it.
well, no, I was just saying like a Ponzi scheme. I think that's sort of
Yeah,
similar,
man.
right? Okay.
Like, well, yeah, it could be. I've had in-depth conversations, not on Rumble about this. So this is gonna be putting myself out there, I guess, talking about this. But you know, I was very familiar with like Andrew Tate's Hustlers University Ponzi scheme, and Rumble Premium does seem to be that. You are getting good benefits if you're into like you know if you're into watching documentaries and things on Rumble. Like Premium is great, man, and there is some things with it that are great. But you know if you want to build up the gaming side of things, man, they're going to need to do more than just have Doctor Disrespect. And I love the Doc, man. Like I fucking love the guy. I think that guy's like the pinnacle of streaming. But that's not really bringing people in
Mhm.
anymore. You know, people are finding Rumble gaming in other ways, man. They're not through the Doc.
No. Well, not only that too, but the other issue too is that so we're going to talk about the point of the matter is they still show politics on a majority level on the front page. When people come to the front of your house, right? All right. So let's do this. I have an imaginary house. All right. The front of the house looks like it has been fixed up. There's some posts there or whatever and all this stuff. But the back end of the house, it looks like it was made for royalty. It is beautiful and all that stuff. You get to the front of the house and say, "Is the rest of the house worth going after, or do I need to leave because this house does not look great?" What are you gonna do?
You're gonna
Because I,
leave,
'cause-
man.
yeah,
Like Toomby made a good point on that, by the way. See in your chat there, Toomby made a fucking fantastic point, and I agree with it, man. I've actually been very vocal about this. They should be doing everything I am doing themselves. Like
yeah,
I think I said this on Dara on Rumble Squared.
yeah.
Viking, it's coming, bro. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. We were talking about this earlier.
That's
And
always that.
you know, but like, so you've got Vaping Gaming, right? Who's
Yeah,
one of the ambassadors. But he made Rumbot,
yeah,
and like actually, I was one of the first people on Rumble to reach out to me because I'd
mhm,
asked, like, I'd made a tweet a tweet or whatever the fuck they call it on X these days, but
That's fine.
like wondering how I could get my alerts and stuff to work.
Yeah.
And right away, I was pointed in his direction, and then he reached out to me about it, right? So Rumbot, and then you've got like Streambot,
Rumble Labs.
by accident, that guy, yeah.
Rumble Labs, that's right. Rumble Labs.
Rumble Labs, man, yeah. He like great guy. He's another guy that was very interactive.
Yeah.
And then Tomby, I cannot believe the work Tomby has done. And but you know what I loved about it was that he was relentless against Rick. Like, you know, he was just like, I think Rumble Rick's cool, man. Like, I like seeing the interaction between like Rick and the community, and I love Mario's tweets, man. I think he's fucking great, man. But like Tomby, why would you not see the work that these people are doing off their own backs and just hire them? Like, they don't even have to have positions in the office. They could be working from home. They are working from home right now, off their own backs, doing these things. Why could they not hire them together and maybe just put their heads together and go, right, cool, what needs fixed? You do that. Here's a bunch of money to go and do that. And we'll work on it on like the wallet and all that kind of stuff. But Tomby's work in the last fucking 3 weeks, man, has been unbelievable. The products, the Rumble Live Ops product is outstanding. Outstanding. And he's done that from his computer in his spare time after he streams. You know, he's maybe staying awake at night building this thing. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that, especially when it's very much needed.
Well,
and this isn't to shit on Rumble. I get it. I'm not. It's none of my business, quite honestly, man. You know, I'm not fucking here to tell them what to do or that. But logically, that would make sense to me. It would make sense to me.
Well, the only thing I can point to is that one is probably when they want to hire him is because there's always legality to it and all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just it's sort of throwing out a possibility. It's not being a devil advocate, but the issue of it is that people throw out scattered complaints, and it really doesn't do much. And so you saw, and we all saw what happened with the Joe Pags thing. Most of us saw what happened with the Nina Infinity quoting that Star Wars girl. And at the end of the day, these people brought up the same issues that have been the same issues since I first started doing the Rumble Squared feedback data collection.
I have no idea about any of the things you've just mentioned, man.
The Rumble Squared thing, right? The feedback stuff that I've been collecting of what I've put out.
Yeah,
there.
I know about your Rumble Squared, but I don't know about this Star Wars girl or anything like that, man.
There was a thing. There was a thing a while back. If you didn't notice, it's fine. But the people who do, you'll know who these people are. At least I know Tommy knows who Nina is. But the point of the it's time for morning to review the plugin. All right. But the point of the matter is that when I started this feedback collection, especially with just Rumble Square, just focusing on that, and then the surveys I did earlier this year, the point remains the thing that people want the most or need the most is still not being touched on or talked on or discussed.
Just discoverability.
Discoverability and platform stability. Those are the two main big issues since the beginning of this year on the feedback data from all of you that I've collected. And guess what still is an issue now?
Both of them.
Stability. Both of them, yes.
See, on the stability thing, I can't actually speak on that. Like, and it was the same on Rumble Squared because I have genuinely never seen any of these problems myself. Like, I cannot speak on that from my own experience.
Right.
I've never experienced anything. Like, see, when I see people post on X, it's like, it's not that I'm dismissive of it. It's just I have never experienced this. Like, people have been disconnected from studio and that, so I can't have an input in that. Right. Discoverability, I get that. I do get that. And I did like when it was like not because I'm like sitting here just waiting for a handout on views or anything like that, man. Like, because I know how to market myself and I know how to promote myself, and it's really, I feel like it's on my shoulders. But when the creator program first started, and like there was like the blue check mark type thing, you know, but they also had that creator program thing where it rotated every 15 minutes.
You're talking about the page for it. There was all the creators on that page.
There's like a little tab for that, man. Like, people did see an increase in growth, but
Mm,
the devil's advocate of that is, well, were people just following whoever it was at the top? But it wasn't like genuine growth. It was not like these people were following to then tune in or anything like that.
mm,
But also though, that is a potential viewer. So it's like it's both sides of the coin. Were they following just because they were at the top of the page and it was
mm,
their turn to be at the top, so somebody was hitting the follow button in hopes for a follow back just to
mm,
boost their number? Or would that have then been a potential follower that would then stick around and maybe
mm.
enjoyed your shit?
Yeah.
Like, I do see both sides of that, man.
Mm,
And then also like the discoverability. Well, is it going to be algorithm based? And then there's a certain amount of people that are maybe sick and tired of algorithms and that kind of thing as well. But also that is the way, because right now Rumble's the kingmaker system. So it's like whoever has the most views, like the most concurrent viewers, will be number one in that category type thing. Yeah.
sort of.
But now you're getting all these view bars happening. So it's I do see it from both sides of the
Right.
both sides of the aisle, man. Definitely,
Mm.
I do.
The
I do see it from both sides of the aisle. Ultimately, to Rumble, it doesn't really matter if someone's view bought or not because it looks good for the advertisers.
mhm,
But for genuine people like yourself who do want this platform to do well, and you are trying to collect feedback and data and maybe provide them with it,
mhm.
like that's problematic to you as well, if that makes sense. So it is like I can see it from both sides of the aisle, man. I don't know anything about that Star Wars girl or anything like that, so I don't know the kind of
That's
problems she
fine.
had. But
No,
um,
but
but
the
like
go.
the start of the creator program, I did think was a great idea, and maybe if they brought that back,
Mm.
maybe it would lessen the kind of, I don't want to say complaints because I know you don't see it as a complaint. I don't see it as a complaint either, but it's the only word I can think of right now. It would maybe lessen that sort of. It'd maybe be like a stopgap for better discoverability if they brought that back for a little while.
The 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 point of where I come from for all this is that I don't have to judge based upon what a few people say. I can collect this and say
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what is
yeah.
now. Again, the discoverability is in a lot of places because again, if you were to watch my pay it forward streams, right? If you were to watch my pay it forward streams, many of those people, and some of them are gamers, would not be discovered
Hmm.
because there's no way of seeing them, right? So let me ask you all this question, right? When you come to the homepage, what do you see? You see the editor's pick. It's at the top of the page, the front thing you see. Do you not think that's a little on the nose for Rumble to do that?
Well, of course, man. But I actually made a post about that as well months ago, like months and months ago, when it was when they were doing the lineup, and it was like the Quarterin, Crowder,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
those people, right? And it was all the
The news
same,
one.
like yeah, yeah, yeah. It was all like the same because, and I'd said, well, maybe Rumble's going in the way of the first internetwork television, where it's like, so it's not network television, but it's internetwork television, where it's like imagine a television station, but with choice, if that makes sense. And then I've seen a post with Chris saying that they're kind of like a cross between Netflix and YouTube, which is quite interesting. So I think Rumble's trying to be too many things, man, and I think people are expecting it to be their little thing.
I
And
think well,
does
yeah.
that make sense? Yeah,
Well, and
like
I can understand that.
gamers are expecting it to be more like YouTube and Twitch, and like the news people are expecting it to be more like just what Rumble is anyway, and uh, 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 that kind of thing, man. Where I think Rumble's trying to be like too many things at once, and then they're
Right.
introducing a crypto component now, and it's like,
Yeah, they're taking up
let's
too
just
many.
figure this out, man.
Mhm.
If
They're
this is
taking.
a genuine thing, which I hope it is, man, like I do hope it is. I do hope it is not some sort of scheme.
Mhm.
Then let's just actually like take data like you've got, man, and take maybe other people's opinions as well, and like just filter it out and figure it out what this could be, and then run with it from there.
Right.
Instead of just it seems like shotgunning ideas at the wall and just like picking little pieces and just running with it.
Right. And that's why I'd rather find out where the majority have issues or wish list stuff because
Absolutely.
the majority of the nothing to speak against the small group areas, but the majority of people are going to decide what the platform's going to be anyway. But the problem of it is that there's not much of ease of use or discoverability. That I understand why people want shorts. I'm not against that. The issue of it is shorts becomes a worthless component if there's no discoverability at all. You
Mm,
can say you want it, you can say you much want it, but without discoverability of some form, it doesn't matter. People who are putting up edited video content get barely seen at all. Even if
mhm,
you kept your algorithm to basic of just seeing by likes and engagement and whatnot, the people who and then maybe some randomness too, even if you um did that wasn't like just like what YouTube does, those people who I've seen on the pay it forward stream would still get some form of notice, and it wouldn't be inorganic. It'd be a form of organic, maybe for a minute, and then people would see them. But no, but those people don't get seen,
yeah.
and
See
that's
if
the
it was
issue.
like maybe I don't know if anyone spoke about this before, but like Apple.
Hmm.
When you put your iPod or like when it was your iPod or whatever,
Yeah.
when you put that on shuffle,
Hmm.
it's not random. Like it isn't random. It is because if you put that on, you could still have like 3 or 4 or 5 of the same artist in a row,
Hmm.
right? So it was algorithm generated so that you would get a complete variety of stuff. Like so then it became random, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
if like seeing the example of shorts, like TikTok's algorithm is so aggressive.
Yeah.
Like that's why the US government wanted the API for TikTok. It wasn't to do with the app, it was the app. They wanted this algorithm, right?
Hmm.
The polar opposite of that is what I think is true discoverability, where the videos, like I never want to see the same person when I scroll up next.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it sort of reminds me of like the shuffle feature of Spotify and Apple,
Hmm.
iTunes. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
it wasn't iTunes. It was Spotify. Like
Oh, okay. Bye.
Yeah, Spotify's shuffle isn't just a randomized thing.
Hmm.
It's specifically designed so that you do not get the same artist 2 times in a row or
Yeah.
the same song twice in a row, right? Because if
Hmm.
it was random, you could
Hmm.
end up getting that song 3, 4, and 5 times in a row. Yeah,
Hmm.
right. Well, I don't want. I would like to see something like that where like I will never get. So it was one of your shorts,
Hmm.
then it was someone else's short. I wouldn't want to see your shorts, 3 different ones 3 times in a row, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You want a
that. I
random.
don't
Yeah.
know how difficult that is to code. Maybe Tomby knows, um, but
Hmm.
that to me is something that's true organic discoverability, where
Yeah.
your videos are, you're not going to be hidden behind a mountain of things, or because this one has a certain amount of likes or comments,
Yeah.
it then prioritizes you. It is just random.
Right.
Yeah.
You and then you have the form of the rabbit hole, right? YouTube is really known for that, is having the
Yep.
rabbit hole. You start with one video and it leads to another and it leads down this rabbit hole down and Rumble just is not that keeps people on the platform, right?
That was one of the funnest things about early YouTube, man, was
Yeah.
like you could start, I would watch like a World of Warcraft something,
Yeah.
and then by like 6 hours later, man, I'm looking at some cat banging a pot and pan, and it's like, how the fuck did I get here, man? Like, how did I get here? But that was the fun nature of it.
uh,
That was the fun nature of it, and you maybe then stumbled across a channel that you would then subscribe to, and then that would
yeah,
become like one of your best channels, like one of your
yeah,
favorite channels.
yeah.
Um, and then like people like Ray William Johnson at that time, like he had fuck, can't remember what it was called, but like that was how you would discover like the viral videos of at that time. And it was because of this kind of loophole that, yeah, sorry, this like rabbit hole that people would be stuck down, and then they would maybe see this video that would be liked a bunch, and it would be then interacted with a bunch, and then he would then feature on a channel type thing.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, man, like there's so many different ways, but the only way they're going to be able to do it is if they actually reach out to people like yourself, and like maybe even Tommy. Like Tommy said, that coding would be a piece of piss. Well, again, reach out to the man, reach
mm,
out to that man, and figure that out, because at the end of the day, Tommy wants the platform that he's streaming on to succeed.
yeah,
He's in the process of moving over from YouTube to Rumble full time, and it's like, well, he's not going to do this because he wants the platform to fail. He's going to do this because he wants the platform to succeed.
yeah.
And if we're all succeeding, Rumble succeeds.
Hmm. We all want to see it succeed, but it doesn't seem like it's doing different things in different directions, and the basic things that people need, and that's basically just a chance to get seen.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, why should people stay in a platform where they can't even get? Because again, not everyone streams, right? Not
Yeah.
everyone streams.
Well, are you talking about video content, man?
Yeah,
Sorry.
edit. Why I call it edited video because that's what people do, right? You can take like a you can. I've seen like on YouTube, you can make an hour or two video of a game because I've seen that, but they still edit it throughout, like they
Yeah,
do
yeah,
jump
yeah.
cuts and stuff.
Well, see, this is my ethos, then, man. Right? I
Mhm,
think your live stream is your raw product, right? So it doesn't matter if you're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, fucking wherever.
mhm,
I think that is your raw product, and from that should then you should then break that content down. I don't do this. I'm trying to get into that.
mhm,
This I'm trying to get into this sort of thing, right?
right.
So the live stream would be your raw product, right?
Mhm,
And then from that live stream, you would then break that content down to be with purpose to be then put on other platforms
mhm,
in the format that works best for those platforms. So
right.
um, so and also like choosing like so we're all on Rumble right now. So
Mhm,
Rumble is the your hub website. If you're in the creator program and that everything should be Rumble centric, yes. And if you're in the creator program, the whole purpose is to you know funnel people into Rumble Premium. All right. So
I I would preface that I'm not someone who's just on one platform only. I
no,
don't.
no, 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 no.
Right.
I'm meaning like people like should pick a hub. Like if
Oh yeah, like a like a main base, and then like to the. Okay, I see
that's
what
their
you mean.
main base. So
Okay.
like on YouTube, because the discoverability is quite it's not up to par on Rumble.
Mhm.
If you're playing like a video game, say Fortnite, you would pick a
Oh,
few games where you won, right?
yeah.
And then maybe make one 10-minute video of your wins out of it. Maybe add like your things, make sure that Rumble Premium's in there,
Mhm,
and then you would post that as long form content on YouTube. From
mhm,
those longer form bits, those 10 minutes, clip up all your kills, and that
mhm,
would do on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Make them
mhm.
vertical format. Make sure you're adding like cool little transitions, or like kids are really into the speed ramping thing where like things are in slow motion until the kill happens, and then
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
and it's all to like brain rot music and shit, you know. And the example of like a podcast,
uh,
like obviously you've got the long form like this, and you're
uh,
already doing this to YouTube, and it automatically makes it a VOD anyway, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, obviously, yeah,
But,
yeah.
but then it would be like what you've got NGM doing, where you're taking the bits that are really good, and you're like making like vertical shorts out of them. But
Mhm,
then like maybe have a hook at the start. I know MGM was saying that everyone's doing this, but it's the
mhm,
kind of game you're playing
mhm,
uh, with these things, and that then again having it led back to your hub platform like Rumble,
mhm,
and you're bolstering that platform, if that makes sense. But you have to use these other platforms at their strengths. Then I would talk about, right, if you're still not being discovered at that point, then that's a problem with the platform. But if you're not using these other platforms to your advantage and branching yourself out, if
mhm,
you're sitting at one viewer, then without discoverability like people are talking about,
mhm.
where it's like an aggressive algorithm, or
I'm with
like
you. I'm with you.
basically just getting promoted to the front, then
Mhm.
I would start to look at the content itself. Does that make sense?
Understandable so, but again, that comes back to what people create. Not everyone does live streams, and so you can say live stream should be a raw product, but not everyone does it and doesn't
Well,
want to.
it doesn't have to be just a live stream. If you wanted to sit and record yourself playing a video game, or if you wanted
Yeah,
to sit and do like a non-live, like like if this show was maybe done off air, where you could then edit
yeah,
it, and you maybe, like I don't know who does like the Rogan show, for example. Like Rogan's
yeah,
show isn't live, or I don't think it's live anymore. It's like recorded or
yeah. It's
pre-recorded.
recorded. It's recorded. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
recorded. Yep.
But the same rules are still applying to there. Like if you go on TikTok, you're seeing like the bits, but it starts with a hook, and you're seeing it on YouTube Shorts,
Mhm.
that kind of thing, man.
Right, when you
It's,
make shorts. I was just saying from the way you started off how you described thing, it was like the live stream should be the raw product, and my point was
sorry,
not
man.
everyone.
It's,
Yeah.
it's because I live stream. I don't do
Yeah, yeah.
anything like
No, and
pre-recorded, but
Yeah, you're gonna
assume that
talk about
most
what you
people
know.
just live stream.
No,
Because
and
I think a lot of people, there's a lot of people that do complain, and where it is genuine complaining, where they are just live streaming and it's a video game,
mhm.
and like they're expecting it to just pop off, and
Yeah, you
and they're owed these things and stuff, man. Where it's like,
mhm.
well, what are you actually doing to um what are you doing to like make sure your content, people can come and see where you are going to live stream? You
Mhm.
can't just expect to sit there. If you're just sitting there with one viewer all the time
Yeah.
and you're expecting things to change, then that's I would say that's a failure on their part, man, as well.
Yeah, if
Not,
you're just being lazy with what I mean, you could say that with any reactionary content, to be honest. Like, you go to
oh, dude,
YouTube, you see how
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, man,
you see how the reaction you that could be some of lazy content. I get the lazy content portion, but I also contain that to that lazy or sort of thing, because you do have to get descriptive, because if you leave it too vague, you're gonna be like people who are being genuine in what they create, and maybe they'll get seen. But the point of the matter is that I want to keep the different containments to what they are, rather than just leave that too vague for people to take and say, "Oh, so you
yeah,
mean this, this, and this?" No, no, no. I mean, if you're someone who's doing like the most laziest content ever, and we could say just sitting in front of a camera, like you said, and just playing a game. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. Now, obviously, you have people who do make videos, right? They
yeah,
make edited content. Well, I don't they're not edited content, sorry. They're people who stream, they record them playing a game. There are people who I've seen done that, and they do, like, hours upon hours upon hours. Maybe they do an edit here and there just in case something may happen, but you do have people who just record them playing a game. They say no commentary at all. There's nothing coming from them. All they do is play the game. I wouldn't consider that lazy, because sometimes those people are out the first ones out there with that game, and then they're moving on to the next game. So I wouldn't consider that lazy. So there's that inference right there where you have to make that difference of, okay, so what do you mean? Reactionary. Not all reactionary is lazy, but there are times where it does look like it is.
yeah, man. There's see, I fucking hate reaction channels, man. Like I
I
despise
know.
it, man. Like, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
give a shit. Like I'm not one to like. I don't want to call people out or anything like that, man. Right?
Mm,
But they're like people. I will say this: people should be honest with what their content actually is, man. Right?
right.
You can have the fanciest looking stream and call it a podcast all you want, but
Yeah.
if your entire show is basically you reacting to people's X posts and other
Yeah.
people's content, you're
Mhm.
not creating original content. You're sitting there like this. Ah, oh yeah, like that's their fucking whole thing.
Uh,
And then they put it out. Yeah, I've done 60 hours of original content this month. And it's like, bro, no, you haven't.
right.
Somebody else has made this stuff. You're sitting there looking at it.
Yeah.
Reaction stuff pisses me off, man. Like,
Now, I will say that commentary stuff is a little 50-50, because sometimes people do have something of importance to say or whatever, but there is times where you can have it in the same field as reactionary, where it's a commentary, but it's like, "Ooh, ah, they shouldn't have done that," or stuff like that. It can be that way too, but again, it's about trying to leave as little vagueness as possible, while also leaving a little some, because there are times where a gray area will pop up, and that's life. Life is a bit
yeah,
of a gray area. But my thing is that I wanna put into the areas that they are, because, again, leave it too vague, and people will think, "Oh, you just say complaining. Well, then you must mean all people who say this or do this are just complaining, or this or that, whatever." The point of the matter is, though, that there are people who have genuineness, and there are people who are lazy, and if that makes a great comparison. But at the end of
yeah,
the
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I do think that there's still much to improve at Rumble. No matter what we say about wanting to improve, we also want to see it succeed. But the problem of it is they have to get their basics right, and they're competing against many different platforms that already, to a degree, have their basics right, and that's why people go to Twitch. They go to YouTube, because they look at them and say, "Oh, they have all those ease of use tools. I'd rather go to that
mm,
instead of having to deal with a platform that's gonna make me work twice as hard to be on it." And that's what Rumble is. Rumble requires many people to work twice as hard to be on their platform beyond content creation. Content creation can be working hard. That's a different story. But to work to be on the platform is twice as hard as saying I'm going to YouTube. I use their tools. It's probably like 90% smooth, right? Because it's
Yeah,
not
I
perfect.
think a lot of that's got like Streamlabs direct integration with like Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you haven't. I will say though, like I wouldn't say it's like it's harder. I would say there's like more steps. Like
Yeah.
you know I,
I say work twice as hard because it's easier. Because there are times where I've seen that on Twitter X where people are like, why do I have to do X, Y, and Z when it just needs to take five X, Y's, and Z's when it should just take 1, 2, 3 click, right? Because I mean, you go to the other platforms that do that sort of thing, 1, 2, 3 click. Not everything can be 1, 2, 3 click. I want to make that very clear. Not everything can be 1, 2, 3 click, but some of these platforms have pat down that ease of use factor, and that's where Rumble is having trouble. It does not have its ease of use factor.
yeah,
Oh, oh, and
I do
Lavissa,
think the
I made me boobs.
you need to be in a hot tub there, man. That's it, Lav. You need to be in a hot tub.
Oh, I
You need
don't.
to get one of those. You need to get one of those spinning wheel things, man. That you've got like tight shorts on that you can bend over just to write
Oh,
someone's name
no,
on it.
come
Like for
on.
example, Dara should get some hot pants on when he puts another sticky note on that back wall of his.
Oh,
If he reaches over just to place it on there,
let me
the
just write
views
my
would be
name on your
popping.
skit. Oh, goodness. Let
Nah,
me write
like
your
I
name.
do agree with that, man. Like I had an idea. I made a post about it as well. Like when people started transitioning over to Meld.
Uh-huh.
Meld has like integrated verticals.
Yeah.
You can. It's got like that could have easily been absorbed by Rumble, and that would have been your studio. Like that would have
Mm,
been your studio immediately.
mm,
But it's none of my business. It's I don't think I know I'm not everybody. And by the way,
yeah.
I'm not speaking here as like some sort of point of authority or anything like that.
No,
Like as if
of
I'm
course not.
better than anybody or anything like
No,
that.
of course
Like
not.
I put it, I get out exactly what I expect for what I put in,
Yeah.
and I'm happy with that. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, see if I was to go really hard on this man, maybe then I would expect more. But I don't even expect fucking one viewer. So I'm
yeah.
grateful for like having a nice healthy chat and being able to do this and like have cool interactions on X and then being invited on your show and things like that, man. Like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Right? But
You don't
like
you don't expect things handed to you. You do want to work for it a bit.
ever exactly, man. Like, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think there are a lot of people on this on again, there are a lot of people on this platform that are willing to do the same thing. But they can't, of course you can't expect the same thing from one platform to another, but you can expect to work twice as hard, to market yourself twice as hard on a platform people are like, I go to the front page and all I see is politics. Uh, I
Yeah,
go I go to do this thing and yet my card is having trouble paying for Rumble Rants. I go do this thing and I'm confused and I am all over the place. Like where do I change to the theme settings and all this stuff or all this jazz? There's a lot of that that could be simplified, and yet it's left to just the wind.
I do agree with that. Like, but to give them the benefit of the doubt, this website does look significantly different than it did 6 months ago, or maybe
Well,
even 8 months ago. Like, there has been improvements. I don't
in
think
that
they're as
spec,
fast
yes,
as people expect and want. I get
yeah,
that, man. Like, I totally get that.
mm.
But to give them the benefit of the doubt, they have done significant stuff on this website in the last 8 months
If
since
you
I started.
yeah,
Since I started.
if you were to come, say, uh, like last night when Rance had entered the chat, when you'd come when Rance was starting out on Rumble, it was so different. It was insane. So they have improved.
I seen a picture of it when he first started on there,
Mhm,
man. Like, and like 3 years ago when I was only on Rumble, like I wasn't on Rumble. I was watching documentaries and things like that. In fact,
mhm,
like Rumble was the first place that I seen Europa available. Like that was what drew me to the website. It was like, holy shit,
hmm.
that's that because it's the most banned documentary in history.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. And now you have to watch it in installments on Rumble, but like the
Mhm,
full version was available on Rumble.
mhm,
Not only that, there was like other things, man, as well. It was available on Rumble, and the
mhm.
website was just so complex to look at,
Yeah,
man. It was very complex, so it has been streamlined a little bit.
yeah.
But I do agree, if you come to Rumble because you've heard about gaming on Rumble, and the first thing you see is just fucking wall-to-wall news and wall-to-wall fucking like
Politics.
podcasts about
Mm,
MAGA and all that kind of stuff. It's like if you're not that way inclined, you're going to just turn the fucker off, man, and go
mm,
somewhere else.
yeah.
But I do think the creator program, like the metrics for the creator program, are reasonable for how easy it is to get going. I will say it is reasonable,
Mm,
very reasonable.
yeah.
That's just my perspective, though.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own different perspectives, but um, I would say that for the ease to get paid,
Mm,
paid,
mm,
right? That is reasonable.
mm,
And again, if you're not looking at this as anything like a full-time job, I seen Pudge in the chat earlier. Like Pudge is an ambassador, but like Pudge is doing this kind of content creation thing as like his job. Um, unless you're at that sort of level, like you can't expect that sort of reward. Yeah.
mm. Hold on. Not done uh, by me, though. Uh,
As Lab say there, Rumble doesn't really offer anything different for viewers. You're monetized right away. Well, I mean that's significant to some people though, Lav. Like that is significant to some people.
mm. Oop. Oh, what? No, get off there. Most likely on Rumble's end. Yeah, most likely on Rumble. Rumble's end. Yeah. At the end of the day, to say Rumble hasn't improved at all is a lie in its own right. They has improved over time, but the point of the matter is that they are still missing basics, even for Rumble
Yeah. No,
Studio.
I agree with that, man. By the way, just speaking of Rumble problems, like that, the problem that's happening in the Rumble chat tonight with the channel emotes, that's a
Mm,
glitch that's been happening a bunch.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I've seen it.
um,
I've seen it before too. It's just it just varies on who it affects. Um, but yeah, so again, it's all done because we want to see the platform succeed, but a platform doesn't succeed if it can't even get its basics right. And if they
mhm,
keep losing people, then really hyping it up as some have done is not going to save it. Being honest and transparent about it to some degree, and better communication, like
mhm.
5 Ed Read was not communicated. But at the end of the day, though, um, we all have the spirit of wanting to see Rumble succeed and become this better platform than many, but it can't if it keeps shooting itself in its foot and not working on the basics that help bring people over. Because like you were right, you're right, and branch yourself out from your main hub and then bring people over. But if you're trying to bring people over and say, "Yeah, I heard about that place. I saw the main page. I'm good," then
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. If you're that way inclined, if you're not that way inclined in terms of like MAGA and all
mm,
that kind of stuff, then it will be a massive put off for you,
yeah.
for sure.
But
Um,
and yeah, and so it will continue until it changes. But of course, it is a little past the top. It is a little past the top of the hour, but we can be a little spirited in our things. You should have been here for the first hour. You Anvilight was going off on his country, and you said "f those guys." But but anyway, it is the top of the hour, so we're gonna start winding down
of
and
course,
winding
man.
out because I have some if I have to do after this.
Mhm.
So but anyway, let me see if I can't. Oh, what is that? Rumble Premium pay not to see ads, and they pull ad reads, so you pay to see ads anyway. Now Rumble great for content creators, but I'm not seeing much for viewers that isn't on YouTube. Understandable, understandable. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. I'm trying to
Like, I'll
find.
be honest with that as well, man. Like, I mean, I've not in the past few weeks or stuff, but like, I'll still go to YouTube to watch what I know is on YouTube. Like, I'm
Mm,
not like sitting here saying Rumble is like the holy grail or anything like that. I'll still go to
yeah,
YouTube to do what YouTube stuff does, and I'll go to TikTok to watch what
mm,
what TikTok has to offer. I don't do
mhm.
Instagram or shit like that, but um,
Yeah.
and then X is like I'm on X more than I'm on Rumble really,
Mhm.
but that's it's just I
It
know what you're
you
saying, Dara, man. I know
yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and I get what Lav is saying too, and of course he says correct. I'm a vet, so I hate politics channels. Yeah, it'd be great if they allowed be able to curate your own viewing experience, but even Rumble
Yeah.
doesn't do that. If they gave people the ability to curate their viewing experience, you know what, the algorithm part could wait a bit because they'd at least give people something to say. I don't want to view politics, so I'm going to get rid of all the politics, or not see all the politics. And
That would be great, by the way. See, that would be monumental. See if you could just get rid of like the news segment or whatever. Like if you,
yeah,
the categories, like if you could pick your categories, so this is what you were seeing. That
yeah,
would be a huge step in the right direction.
yeah,
Um,
and at least
but
show
like what
people.
Lav was saying there, like they had Rumble Premium. You pay not to see ads, and pulled the ad reads, so you pay to see ads anyway. I don't see it that way, man. Like because you're missing like pre-roll and mid-roll ads when you subscribe to Rumble Premium.
Mhm.
Doing the ad reads is absolutely no different to watching one of your content creators on YouTube shilling a product, Raid Shadow Legends or something like that. I think that's a different kind of advertisement. It's not like it's the advert that you get, but like you can't avoid when you go to YouTube unless you use an ad blocker or something like that, man.
Well, and
I
then you
think
have
the
sponsorships too, like when
Yeah, like
someone's sponsoring.
sponsorships, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sponsorship type, like Raid Shadow Legends or these kind of fucking things.
Raid Shadow Legends.
That's it. And think about it, right? Think about it. At least Rumble creators, at least we'll have the courtesy to say, right, guys, we've hit 10 viewers, so we're going to do an ad read.
Uh-huh.
On YouTube, you'll be sitting watching a video, then suddenly the guy's wove it, like Linus Tech Tips, for example.
Yeah.
That guy can weave his way into an ad segment like a motherfucker. You know, it was even worse when it was like Raid Shadow Legends because you'd be sitting watching something and then suddenly it would just be Raid Shadow Legends and then the fucking advert would play and stuff. At least we've
I
got the
just
courtesy to tell people there's going to be an advert.
I just love that's like the biggest one can go to is like Raid Shadow Legends. They're like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. That's bad.
Tremendous, man. And none of
Oh
these people played the game. It was all
yeah.
the same stock footage of the same arms and stuff like that. Like, for example, what's that guy, Count Dankula? It's like that guy's tattooed, he's got tattoos and everything. It's like, that's not your arms, bro. You're not playing that fucking game.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's
At
super neat.
least, at least we are actually using Rumble Premium.
Well, yeah, and again, YouTube offers its own version, but they offer a bit more with the Rumble YouTube Premium as well.
Well,
But
when you get YouTube Premium now, you're still going to get advertisements. They've changed it, so that's like you'll still get adverts now. You've
yeah,
got to increase the tier of your subscription, apparently.
mhm. App creators take what content they have and match it with what user settings each viewer has selected. Okay. Oh, the curating part. Okay, he's
Yeah,
talking about.
man. I think that's a good idea, man. That's like I'm not going to say anything bad about that idea. That's a great idea. If you
Mhm,
could go in there and check a box,
mhm,
like when you sign up for Rumble
mhm.
at the beginning there's that thing that pops up. I seen Lumpy Potato post about this where you could choose
Yeah.
creators, right? But
Mhm.
see if there was that sort of thing where you could actually just check a box or uncheck a box. Like Toomby will probably be able to fucking knock that out in 10 seconds, man. Like he's probably sitting there already coding it, just for fun, just for
Oh,
fun, man.
he's probably gonna put a clown face on both of them anyway, so
His
just to show
keyboard's
you.
on fire right now, just coding away, man, like some wizard.
Oh
But
goodness.
that would be huge, man. Being able to uncheck a box. I don't want to see politics. I don't want to see news or whatever, man.
Mhm.
That would be excellent
Yeah.
because
That
it would maybe draw people in more. If they signed up for an account, they've never seen Rumble before, but they'd heard about gaming. Like imagine one of us were using like TikTok or YouTube as a funnel to
yeah.
funnel into the main thing, right? And then those people are create a Rumble account for the first time
Yeah.
and they can just check what they want to see. If they just want to see the gaming stuff, boom, there it's
Done.
there. It would
Mhm.
give you more gaming content, so there'd be more discoverability straight away because you're
Yeah.
seeing more of the Rumble creators.
Mhm.
It wouldn't just be the original the 8 top in the Kingmaker slot. It would be like, well, here's the top
Yeah.
16 or whatever, even to double the space.
Give the people the power to curate what they want to watch, and you'll have less complaining in no time at all.
Fucking
But
hell! I've got the stream up on a small preview window, and it's obviously delayed. I look like Hitler with the fucking hand movements here. Sorry,
the
my
Scotsman
bad.
who the Scotsman. Well, it sort of reminds me of the Scottish kamikaze from Monty Python, so that's pretty
Oh
funny.
yes,
But anyway, it is the fast top there, and so we're gonna start winding
sorry,
down.
man.
Of course, no, you're fine. We're here's your so if you want to do your thing, your stuff is up there, so go for it.
You want me to do it right now? Yeah,
Well, if
like,
you want to promote your stuff, if you don't want to, I can move on from you. That's
hey
okay
man,
too.
no, let's promote your stuff, man. I'm appreciative of being on your show right now, man. So people want to
I'll
find me, they can find me. I'm just this
Thanks.
ranting Scotsman that plays World of Warcraft and maybe makes some thumbnails here and there. And you can find that at
Mhm,
rumble.com/user/Anvilight.
mhm. And then
And
your X right there.
eh,
X. I would.
yeah, it's correct.
That's what your tagline should be. It should be Anvilight, the ranting Scotsman. Yeah, come to my
Basically,
show.
well, I have been thinking, like, I've been trying to do. I don't know, I'll let you do your top of the hour thing, man. I'll maybe get back into that afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. But again his links are there both on Rumble and YouTube. So if you don't find one on one, you can find it on the other. Because I streamed it both. But of course, if you're also on either Rumble or YouTube, uh, and if you'd like to if you like to help with the engagement on either end, if you don't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment, follow, anything that helps with that engagement factor, because not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to be. We just talked about that for the past I don't know how many minutes. It also helps in having other people on, like Anvilight. Glad to have him on finally. Uh, uh, NGM, uh, Tom B, Pudge TV, who's been on a few times, and so many other people. At the end of the day, I do this thing where I talk to various amount of people. Doesn't matter if you're a creator or not. What matters is if you're willing to just come on and talk about whatever. Believe you and me, I've talked to a lot of people and it's global. So over 260 people, over 260 people have said yes. So there you go. But any help with the engagement factor on that end is much appreciated. And of course, we're gonna find out. Oh, of course, there's my link below. Obviously, you can find my Twitter X there. You can find my email there. You can find my link to Discord there. I don't have a server, so don't ask. But I do. I do have the Rumble and YouTube link in that area, so you can find them there. And of course, like I said earlier, I still am in the creator program because I've met the minimum metrics, but I'm not getting paid for it. But I don't really care about that. However, I am part of Proton's partner program, and so I am promoting their Proton Pass. The link is there. You can give it a look. They have the ability to use the alias email. You can have it's 2FA integrated with it. There's so many other things. At the end of the day, if you look at it and it's worth it to you, guess what? You get a discount for using that link. If you don't want to, that's fine. Yeah, I can get paid for it, but that's not the point why I do it. I see a benefit in it. I use that benefit almost every day because it's all my passwords in one area and they're very good about privacy and all that stuff. But it's all there in one area for me. I use it, and so I figure why not promote that benefit to all of you? Because again, you've heard those stories about like companies they get their passwords and stuff broken into or whatnot. And you're like, oh my gosh, do I have to change my password? Funny thing is Proton does a pretty good job even looking into the dark web for that. So you do have that. What did someone say? Where's this has been brought to you by Lee Run Jake. Oh, good lord. Where's your OnlyFans? There is no OnlyFans. Well, I mean there is a fan, but that's not I know what you're talking about. So no.
This is only fan.
Uh, but again, to the Rumble side, of course, Rumble Studios acting weird, so there was no way to bring up your chat. So apologies for that. There was at a certain point, but I guess they're still working on it to some degree. But anyway, tomorrow at I check my calendar. Hold on. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, I get to have on a lovely lady I've had on a few times before. Her name is Horror Amarada. She's actually married to Sheep Sidian, who I've had on at least once before. But she'll be on again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. She's very much into Cthulhu stuff. So she has a VTuber avatar that's in the shape of a Cthulhu sort of thing. So, but it's in female form. So if you like that sort of stuff, well, you have an opportunity to stop by tomorrow for that. But anyway, she'll be here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Of course, the last thing I do with my guests before we head off is questions from Hat. Now, I know somebody in the chat's going to say, Doom, questions of Doom, or something like that. I don't care. It will never be called that. It will be called questions from a hat. And you think you can override me, but I've ridden a horse before. You guys got nothing. You guys got nothing. But
I've
anyway,
never read the horse before. I've never ridden a horse before.
You never ridden a horse before? Well, I could. Well, it may be scary the first time, but once you get used to it, it's just it's more of just like you're getting used to how to whoa the horse and slow it down and all this stuff. It's scary, but over time you can get used to it. Now there's some people who are like they just get brutalized by a horse. It's like, yeah, you might want to walk away from that. But
Yeah,
but anyway, uh,
yeah, yeah.
so what happens is that my guest gets 2 freebie questions from the hat. Now obviously I am on YouTube, but I'm not monetized. I'm too far from that for that even to matter. So sorry YouTube, but it is what it is. Now, however, if you're on the Rumble side, you have the opportunity of pulling more questions from the hat, but they do cost a Rumble rant per. You can give a 1, you can give a 2, you can give me a 500, doesn't matter. I've had people spam me the $1 before or the $2 before. So you have all the opportunity to blast those things if you want. But if no one does, then we're sticking with the 2. So I'm going to reach into my hat of wonderment right here, and I'm going to pull out, let's see what I'm just feeling with my fingers. Okay, I got something right here. Oh, that's a twofer. Don't want to do that. All right, here's the first question. And first question is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Hmm. Uh, I guess invincibility would be the go-to, man. Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I know you'd be in the girls' locker room. I understand.
No, not invisibility, invincibility.
Oh, Invits.
That's
Well,
the,
it sounded the same at a certain point.
well, we'll take that as well, man. We'll take a bit of that.
There
Guess
you
if you're
go.
invincible, it doesn't matter if you're invisible or not, because nothing can happen to you.
They won't see you. Need rode a horse. I need to see where's your video. It's a long time ago and it was at a camp, so no, I didn't have a cell phone then. I
Protect
can talk.
Anvil from the Scottish government. Hey,
I
man,
have.
I was known by name to those people, man. Like, it was that bad, NGM. Like, I was known by name and was blocked by the first minister of this country.
Oof. Jeez Louise. Oh, also,
Right.
Anvilight gave $1, so that makes it 3 questions total. So let's reach in for question number 2. My eyes are closed and I'm just feeling around. Let's see what I come up with. All right, here's question number 2. Let's see what it says. Oh, this looks like a tricky one. Oh, okay, maybe not. What's a childhood memory that still makes you smile?
Oh man. Well, currently I'm sitting in the exact same spot as Anvilight was created, and it's been about 13 years in the making, being back in this very spot. So I would say being in this room again, man, being in this house again, because this is where all my memories are, my happy memories.
Wow.
This is the White House. This is my grand and granddad's family home.
Wow.
So I'm currently sitting in the very spot that Anvilight, the name Anvilight, was created. The World of Warcraft character Anvilight was created.
Nice.
This is where I began my music journey. This is where I began many, many things, man. And then if you look out that window, you
Mm,
can't see it, but that
yeah.
window right there, man,
Uh,
like it's like looking into a time capsule of the back garden and the shed.
wow.
And like it's pretty bizarre actually, man. Like
Yeah.
it's very, very bizarre. So I would say my favorite memory from here would be my entire childhood in this house, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's sort of like over once you leave a place and you come back to it after a while, you see how much has changed, but how some things still remain the same.
absolutely. Well, I am seeing that right now, man, because like it's a very dysfunctional family right now, shall I say? And
Yeah,
um, and
understandable.
this house, I mean, it's held together by pride and love, man. It's
Mm,
not bricks and mortar; it's pride and love.
mhm.
And to see it deteriorating because it's not being
Well
maintained
kept.
like my granny would maintain it, and
Mm,
it's pretty sad. But like this room is like a time capsule, man. I don't have like posters up in it. All that's been gone for a while,
right.
um, but I'll have a look. I mean, this room is exactly how it
Wow.
was when I left, man. And quite a
Nice
small room, but
flowers. Nice,
I
nice
mean
flowers.
that was yeah, that was up in the wall. That was not me that put that up there, but
Oh,
you know, like actually,
dang it! Dang it!
Where that this is a mirror, by the way. This is a mirror
Right.
doors and stuff. But like that flower, like where that flower was where I used to put like posters
Yeah.
and it was like concert tickets and stuff like that, man. And
Nice.
uh, yeah, man. But I
Love
would
it.
say if you want me to pick something right now, I would say the day that I came home with the World of Warcraft box
Nice.
and taking fucking 5-6 hours to install all the separate discs and
Oh.
then sitting there like, oh, dude, it was fucking amazing, man. And then
Oh.
just being absolutely it was my first online game, man, and
Mm.
it's the game that I've loved the most. And it all started from this very room, so it's kind of sick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
It's kind of
that
sick,
sounds
man.
awesome. Well, there you go. Obviously, thank you, Neuro, for that. Gave it 2. So that's 4 questions total. But we're gonna
Awesome.
work on question number 3. This question is, what's your least favorite color and why?
Least favorite color.
Yeah, least favorite color and why?
Hmm. I would say brown, I guess. Like I would say brown. Uh,
Why? Why brown?
I don't know. It's the hardest color to work with in Photoshop. I would say, like it's very difficult to work with. There's not really much goes with brown. It's nothing to do with immigration or anything like that. Before anyone thinks it relates to the earlier rants, it's nothing to do with that.
I
I
was just
just
thinking.
it's literally. I think it's literally because it's the most difficult color to work with in Photoshop. At least for me, anyway.
I thought it
Um,
was just because it looked like number 2, and you're just like, I don't want to touch
well, I mean, there is that as well, man. There is that, but it is so difficult to work with the color brown, or maybe I'm just not skilled enough. But
Hey,
um,
you look at what Bob Ross has done, and you see that man.
hey
He
man,
worked.
I think that guy is awesome. Like, dude, you ever? I mean, you must have sat and watched that guy's videos before. And this guy's making it look fucking easy with those paintings.
Oh yeah.
Just a little happy accident and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, my happy accidents are like, the picture's destroyed. This guy's spills a bit of paint, suddenly it's a cloud, and then there's suddenly the things are taking shape and form, and it's like, dude, I wish I had that creativity.
No, your happy accent is more like a Jackson Pollock picture. But anyway, it's too funny with that one. All right, question number 4 is. Oh, here we go. What is your least favorite word to say?
My what?
What is your least favorite word to say? Oh wait, no. What is it? No, what is your least? Yeah, least favorite. Yeah, that's right. That sounds right.
Least
What is?
favorite word?
Yeah. So you have a favorite word, then you have a word you dislike saying.
Yeah. I don't know because I think maybe like it's tricky to say because it's almost filtered out my dialect. Like least favorite words.
Yeah.
Try to think.
So when I say least favorite word and it comes up, you say, okay, what word do you not like to say? And you just poppycock. And GM says, poppycock is just funny to say, all right, because you got the poppycock at the end of it.
That is a horrible word. I've heard people say that word before. And it's like that is horrible. But I'll go with the classic moist. Everyone's least favorite word, moist.
And not least favorite. It's not everyone's least favorite word. There are some women who like that.
Yeah, it
But
was.
that's that's too hilarious. Moist,
I'm
goodness
not
sake.
one for. I'm not one for. You know. I'll go with that one, man. I would go with that one.
Yeah,
I'll go with moist.
I think a least favorite word for me is one I can't pronounce, like the name of that one place in the UK where it's just a long word and it starts with L. It's like a name of
Oh,
a town.
it's in Wales, man.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah, it's a
longest.
well. Yeah.
I'm not even I the
Welsh
thing,
is a weird language, by the way, because like if I was to say the word "popty ping," what would you think that word is?
I don't know.
That's Welsh for microwave. It's the literal sounding of it. Yeah.
Well,
When you
I
push the button on a microwave and it opens up.
pop the ping.
Yeah, that I thought that was kind of weird that was their word for microwave.
Well, you do have things like Cockney where it's like apples and pears and life and stairs or something like that. So you do have stuff like that. But yeah, I agree.
Oh no, that's rhyming slang. That's like Cockney rhyming slang. No, that's the what I mean is that's the literal Welsh language for microwave.
Oh,
It's not
goodness.
like it's like a rhyming slang. That's the literal word for that for microwave. But yeah,
I'm
rhyming slang's quite funny. I guess that's funny. Yeah.
I have still have a lot to learn, but that's okay. Cause I'm always willing to happy little tree, as NDO says. Happy little tree, just happy little accident right over there. Oh look, I just threw a car crash of a man who just hurt somebody. It's a happy little
Yeah.
accident.
I watched a documentary about Bob Ross actually, and it was not his, I think it was his daughter,
Mhm.
and like all those paintings from the TV show
Yeah.
are just sitting there, like they're just sitting there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So I can't remember the name of it, but it's on you. You'll be able to find this easily. But yeah, she's showing you around. Like they're just all sitting there, and like that's it. They're just
Yeah.
nothing gets done with them.
Yeah.
So
NGM says, "Oops, I left the space blank space in the video. Happy little accident." No, it wasn't a happy little accident. You just forgot something, didn't you? That's the, that's the real that's the real answer.
a little bit
Um,
of dead air there, NGM. Uh
oh, okay, and it was for me too. And I'm like, "Hey, NGM, what's this?" Like, "Oh, I'll fix that." I was like, "Okay, then, as long as you're willing to fix it."
oh. Fix that thing immediately.
Oh goodness. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the show. Of course, thank you all in chat for being here, for turning up and just saying hello. Cause it's always nice to see new and familiar faces come into chat. And obviously, of course, glad to finally get the man himself, the ranting Scotsman, as they call him. Glad to get him on, and because I know last time was sort of a family emergency, and I'm glad that things are a bit taken
Yeah,
care
man.
of. But I'm glad we are able to get you on because I know I got you in for Rumble Squared, but that's not one on one. This is a more one on one. So
Sure. Dude, I
glad
hope
for
this has been productive, man. I didn't really mean to go on these rants or whatever. It just kind of happens.
yeah.
Like that is a reoccurring theme, man. Like my mind just tangents off to like my
That's
mind just fucks off sometimes, man, and it just gets it
that's
just becomes.
that's what this show is for, man. I
So I
can't.
hope it was at least enjoyable for your viewers, and hopefully never put anybody off or anything like that. But
Well,
yeah, if you like the rants,
did you feel a bit freer after doing it? Did you feel a little
man,
freer?
this happens to me all the time, man. So it's nothing new. It's this is absolutely standard, man.
That's all right.
Standard
What? But it shows that there's something that's important to you that really matters, but it feels like it's not getting listened to, and so we
freedom.
have. Yeah. Freedom means freedom means a bit different to everyone, but at the very core of it, it's meaning it still has the same sort of thing that many people want. It's just how far are you willing to fight for it?
Absolutely, man.
And I think in this
Absolutely. But until then, we'll
yeah,
fight for it in the world of Warcraft.
there you go. More mead. But anyway, guys, again, tomorrow. Yeah, that's no. It should be. Let's see. Um, how am I gonna do this? Uh, Well, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, come back and try to remember. You're gonna see something a bit wee different over there. I know I'm a bit exaggerating, but it's getting a little bit wee close there because you have to listen. I'm more of a like a what it's not impressionist, but it's more of like a emulation. It's more like
Emulation, yeah.
emulating what someone says versus trying to impersonate, like being Billy Connolly. I don't care to be that, or Craig Ferguson. Don't care to be that. I care to hear how someone says the words, and I just kind of go with the flow of that. Maybe it makes me sound great, maybe it doesn't, but we'll try again next
Hey,
time.
man, if Rumble doesn't work out for you, the podcast doesn't work out, they'll probably have you on Brave too. Like,
Thanks. That's really helpful when you said like some of them weren't so great. It's like, oh,
I do try and speak properly, man. Like I said, I do try and speak properly because like being on Rumble, man, and it's like I was always worried that people don't actually understand what I'm saying, and especially in these ranty modes, man. Like, see when I'm in
yeah,
that rant mode,
yeah.
like I speak like a fucking freight train, man.
I heard
So
you.
it's even so. I'm glad it came across like at
Yeah.
least clear enough.
It no, I understand you. I've gotten down to the wee bit manners of trying to hear you. When you get so real, like your words are just slurring together, like you just had a bit of a slosh, and you can't get out of the system. But
Excellent,
anyway,
man.
guys. Anyway, guys. See you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern with Horror Amarada. Until then, guys, have a great rest of your night or rest of your day, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Oh, hold on. I gotta get to the video first. Oh, that's right. Of course, if you're new here, I end on Obviously, we saw Miss Doubtfire earlier, which was fun. But I end with One Day with You by Pogo. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.